All right, just going live here, guys. Let's see if this transfer from Mercado works, right? I was like camping, kind of waiting till he was ending his stream because I'm doing the morning stream today. What's up? Good to see you guys. Good to see you here in the chat. Everybody who's in a different part of the world. Honestly, and I'll talk about this a little bit more, but I have been wanting to do different stream times and thinking about different stream times. And honestly, my morning streams have been doing so well because nobody else is up. Like literally nobody is up. Everybody else is in the United States. They're normies. And previously I had my chat on kind of normie time. Essentially I'd said, okay, I'm going to set my scheduled streams at 7 p.m. on a, regular days and just keep it like that way. Cause I started streaming when I was in the United States. Well, now that I'm here in Korea, the one advantage I have is it's the afternoon, the middle of the day. Right. And well, some people are up around the world and, people are up late and some people are working real late. And there was nobody, I realized there's nobody in LawTube covering this time period. I mean, even crazy ass Nick Rekieta has to sleep at some point. So there's got to be somebody for you guys, right? Let me know where you guys are at in the world. Like just shout out. I see you guys say here, right here. You got France, you got Bahrain. I'm actually going to be, in probably, I think I'll be in Dubai in the next like 3-4 months. Actually, probably like September because I don't want to go during the summer, but I'll be there because I'm going to explore like getting Dubai residency. I just like really think that's a great residency, very easy, low taxes. So I'll probably be there with my kind of 5 flag sort of lifestyle plan. Australia, New York City, North Carolina, Scotland, Los Angeles, UK, Thailand, Norway. A lot of Aussie out there. UK, Scotland again. Rekieta's Law Channel. All right. And if you're coming over from Rekieta, let me know. I hope that the dump actually works. I see London. I see Croatia. I see Nigeria, Greece, Alabama. Man, everywhere. Las Vegas. What's always shocking to me is the number of people who are up late in the United States. Like I get the foreigners, I get people who are over here, like in Asia, right? In Australia, the Kiwis, right? I get that. I get the Europeans. They're up. I get it. But you degens in America, you're the ones who I really am concerned for. I really am concerned for your mortal souls. So today, let me guys break down the agenda for today. So the agenda for today. Oh, Kiss the Pixie says, Cambridgeshire, England, flat like a pancake here. I assume we're talking about the landscape. So yeah, I'm from Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida is probably the flattest place ever. And here in Seoul, South Korea, I literally look at what people here call a hill. I look up and I'm like, that's a fucking mountain. I'm not climbing that. I'm taking the bus, right? I'm taking the train. So here from Rekieta. Okay, so I see a lot of people here jumping over from Rekieta. Awesome. Shire is pronounced like share. Okay. I'll have to get a Brit to pronounce it for me. I'm an auditory guy. I really need to hear it. And when I hear it once or twice, I can copy it. Oh man, a lot of Scotland. Ghana. What's up, Ghana? That's crazy. Kathel says, I live the closest legal mindset unless you're in Korea. Well, there are Koreans who are listening. And I do have the people I collaborate with, who are in Korea. Texas, straight out of Rackets hellhole. Thank you. Love Rackets. He was losing a little steam there at the end, but still love the guy. All right. I saw Rhodesia, which is a very interesting way of putting it. All right. Antarctica. Okay. Come on, Tweety. Now you're messing with me. I don't believe you're in McMurdo Station. Come on now. So here's the agenda today, guys. The agenda today is this. We are going to talk about this attack on LawTube. We're for sure going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about these tweets that went down with Chanley Painter. I know Nick discussed it, but I'm going to give like my 2.5 cents on this. Also, I've got some special insight on Chanley. So And then we're going to check out what was going on with that whole drama. And we're going to check out these articles, which are going in hard. These articles are really going hard on LawTube. They're going hard on Johnny supporters. Essentially, the articles are pretty much coordinated attacks. I just got to say, they're coordinated attacks on everybody supporting Johnny, including LawTube. And the BreadTube people, the libs on Twitter, are coming hard for LawTube. They're seeing that lawyers are supporting the facts and they're supporting the truth, and they're salty about it. They're salty about it. So we're going to talk about that. We're talking about baby. Yeah, yes, Cynthia. Yes, we are definitely talking about babies. So shout out to everybody who's rating from the nose. I see a lot of noses in the chat. So you always know what time it is when you see the nose. Mirror Man, what's up? Good to see you, man. Bless the chat. Bless all of you guys. Good to see you. So first thing I want to do, though, is get a drink, right? So, guys, it is the afternoon here. It's past 5 o'clock. So I can drink. There's no social or societal mores against that. So I'm going to get a drink, guys. And I want to cheers you guys, because the people that are up at this time, the people that are here, especially on a non-trial day, you're the OGs. You're the guys who are really interested in this, and you're really tied in. So for you guys, I'm pouring some makgeolli. This is a Korean kind of rice spirit. If you guys don't know about that, see right here, nice Korean rice spirit. Good stuff. I actually didn't mix it well enough, but it's good enough. I'll do it a little later. But cheers to you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for joining. We're going to have a good stream today. So, up against your will. Hey, listen. No one's forcing you. No one's forcing you guys. No one is forcing you to be here. You're here because you want it and you like it. Just admit you like it. That was the problem. That's usually the problem, is you're just not admitting you like it. All right. So another thing, too, is we're getting a lot of people from all sorts of different backgrounds. So I know there's people that are joining us who are watching the Amber Heard stuff. And it's funny. I'll look through my Twitter and I'll see people following me on Twitter because clearly of my Amber Heard tweets that have never followed me before and frankly probably haven't seen a lot of my content, right? And they'll look at my content like, Andrew, extraordinarily based, right? This is not a lefty channel. This is not a woke channel at all. But I'm glad that people, regardless of the political spectrum, are seeking out the truth. And as long as you're seeking out the truth and you're seeking out facts and you are based in reality, you're welcome on this channel, guys. So yeah, appreciate that and appreciate everybody catching this stream. And cheers to you guys. Drinking Australian corn whiskey. Oh, awesome. Hallucinosis says, I manually open your stream when Ricada mentioned on my browser, but watching the Ricada stream on my NVIDIA Shield TV, it played other stuff. Damn. So I'm wondering whether the live transfer actually worked, because I think he was trying to do that. So us on LawTube, most of us have set it up for each other. So I set it up so I can toss to Ricada or Joe, or on Civil, I can toss to anybody. But yeah. All right, guys. So let's start out with what we want to talk about, which is some of the super chats, because I missed some. So let me catch up on some of the super chats that I missed the other day. And I owe it to the people that sent those in. I'll catch this one real quick. NY Post quoted Runkle somewhat positively from what I saw. Well, that's nice. It's good. And there are some outlets that are giving positive feedback. In fact, there's outlets that are saying, hey, top 10 LawTubers, right? There's outlets that are giving some positive feedback, but they tend to be smaller and they tend to not be face forward. Oliver says, Andrew, hey, what's the deal with you being in Korea? Can you give like a 2-minute rundown of what are you doing there? Oliver, I feel like I do this every single stream, but if you super chat me, and I'll do it. Like I'm a grifter like that. So I came to Korea because I love to travel, number one, and it was during Corona. And I had a job that was fully remote. And I said, you know what? I can do my job anywhere in the world. And part of my life plan, and because I believe in like ultimate freedom, and the ultimate freedom is being able to go where you want, when you want, is to have residencies in different countries and be able to pursue sort of like a 5-flag strategy. If you haven't heard about that, I'll talk about it on a separate stream. But essentially, it's where you've got, passport for one place, live another place, do your banking in another place, set up your business in a fourth place. Maybe you have separate residences, you live in different countries. So that's sort of my like long-term goal. So it's always been my long-term goal. It's been my long-term goal for a long time. It also is a big strategy for tax minimization, legally, totally legally, nothing illegal about it whatsoever. But in terms of tax minimization, it is glorious. You can get your effective tax rate down to almost zero. Very low, 4%, if you really do it right. So essentially it's part of my strategy. So I said, hey, Korea, I like Asia, right? Japan was fully closed during Corona. So was China, and I wouldn't go to China anyways. But Korea, I was like, you know what? The women are hot. The food is good. I will go to Korea. And I liked it. I got a business visa here at first. I switched it over. I'm on a different type of visa. I can stay for a very long time here on this visa. So that's why I stayed here. I just liked it. Cost of living is great. And it's a great place if you're trying to just live a minimalist lifestyle and hang out. So yeah, that's more than 2 minutes, but hope you like that explanation. Hello from Japan. Samantha, what's up? Hello from Japan. I hope to visit Japan. I have lots of friends there. Now that it's opening up, I hope to visit very soon. I'm getting trashed with you. Hey, C Goody, what's up, brother? Cheers from East Coast. Can't use curses after losing my heteroflexible rent. Screw Susan. I love you, C Goody. I love you. You're my boy. Nick's raid didn't work for me. Damn. 3,000 of you in the chat, though. So a good number of you made it over despite the gayness. Rakeda said, Simps for Asia, still unbreaded. This man is a patrician here. Thank you so much, Rakeda. My man. Hey, Rakeda, I don't know why, Rackets, I don't know why the auto switch over didn't work. I set it up for everybody in LawTube. So just added it for everybody. So if you tried to do it and it didn't work, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on, but I set it up for everybody. So essentially anybody who's streaming after me, I'll send it to. And I'm going to start streaming after Nick because I found out during the trial that this is a high demand time. There's lots of people that want to stream and most people are asleep. So yeah, saying 1% didn't work. I'll say, can Johnny's team bring an expert to rebut Amber Heard's testimony about being pummeled with rings? I'm actually, yes. And guess what? They've got enough time to bring in an expert that they can't counter if they wanted to. Now it's got to be an expert on the expert list, but I mean, they can bring an expert that they've got on the list. I'd have to check the list, but I'm sure they might have somebody. Oliver said, dude, I'm a 5 flat strategy guy too. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. And I'll talk about that on another stream. It's more detailed, but 5 flags is a really good strategy if you're a single guy and you can move around and you have a very flexible lifestyle. If you're married, you have to do some more work, but it's really a cool lifestyle strategy. Mohammed, $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think we's cuts up here. Yes, I think I got everything here. Okay, so what I will do here is I will start with the chats that I missed. And I am really sorry, guys. So what happened? Let me just explain to you guys what happened. The stream with Tug and Legal Vices that I had in the morning, it was so busy and so full that my normal way of tracking super chats was insufficient. And my backup method, I didn't track them through my backup method to start with. So I kind of lost track, to be completely honest. It was going too fast. So I missed some. But I went back and I highlighted on my spreadsheet every single one that I missed. So I'm going to go through the ones that I missed. I'm going to hit those at the end of this video. So if you think I missed your super chat, something's going on, wait to the end. It's going to come in. I'm going to do that. Abhitab Dylan says, in the hotel, Amber Heard accused Johnny Depp for leaking information about her being a stripper and he denied it. What's the truth about that? Well, she was a stripper at one point. There's truth to that. And you saw in the audio, you heard in the audio, he kind of mentioned going back to the pole or going back to being a stripper. So there's that, right? Oh, by the way, Midnight's Edge After Dark. What's up? So I brought you over, but YouTube unsubbed me. Okay, well, I'll mod you later, Midnight's Edge. So you've got that. And we can talk on the side too. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, so let's start in where I want to start. Thank you, Time Drain. Let's start in the chat with the Chanley Painter stuff. So the Chanley Painter, Chanley Painter. Well, actually, you know what? Let's start with some memes. Because I always start with memes, and we can't neglect the memes, guys. You neglect the memes and you lose the narrative. All right. So here's some of the good memes, guys. These are really classic memes here. Pirates of the Caribbean, an escape from that sadistic bitch from Atlantis. This is solid. By the way, if you guys have solid memes, send them to me on The Legal Mindset or on my locals, legalmindset.locals.com, or you can IG me, Esquire International, but The Legal Mindset on Twitter is the easiest way to do it. And I always check those. So Pirates, escape from the sadistic bitch from Atlantis. This is a good one. And Dexter. Johnny, I've told you, she doesn't fit the code. She pooped in my bed, Dexter. My bed. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nick is going to hate this one. He's in the chat getting triggered right now, but that's okay because he's completely breaded with his take on LawTube. Also, it doesn't matter. Hashtag, it does not matter what Nick thinks because it's a thing, whether he likes it or not. It's already happened. So you can't fight it. As Thanos said, Nick, it's inevitable. It's already happened. So LawTube is a thing. Whether Nick likes it or not, he can spasm out about it or not. People refer to everybody as LawTube. The cat's out of the bag. This is a good one. I like the LawTube bunch here. This is a good one. This is a good little meme here. All right. So let's jump over to Chanley Painter. Okay, so there's all this drama about Chanley Painter, right? You've got her right here. This is her Twitter. We're going to get back to this. Chanley Court TV. She is a legal correspondent, an attorney in Arkansas and Tennessee, master's in public service from the Clinton School. Once again, that's a little bit of a red flag. An avid musician and martial artist. I just got to say this. Look, she follows me. You can see here, she got the blue check. She follows me, so we follow each other, right? She has actually DM'd me. She's very nice. So all of our interactions between her and I are very nice. She's an extremely nice girl. She has a good sense of humor. She took all the dress jokes, like us being like, hey, you know, who's the hottie in the dress? She actually took that with good humor. She like laughs about it. She wasn't salty about it. She didn't think like everyone's crazy or deranged. She like has a good sense of humor. And everybody who I know who's been in court and who's talked to her has said she's really nice and really like a nice, sweet girl. Like she's very good, easy to talk to, which is probably why she's a great correspondent. She's great to interview people, great to talk to them. And, you know, you can switch over to her IG here and, you know, see right here that she was a former Miss Arkansas, top 10 Miss USA. And if, you know, just scroll through it, you can just scroll here. This is a public profile. So, I mean, you know, I didn't even add her here, right? She's not even added right now. So yeah, you can scroll and see exactly why she is a former Miss America. I mean, or Miss Arkansas. You know, I mean, in my opinion, I think, you know, things like this, I really can't object to. So yeah, so she's got the looks, and she's got the position. You know, she's got the degree. So she got a little bit of everything. So very talented young lady. So you know, giving her the props where she deserves it. But even people who are smart and especially for folks who are attractive can make a lot of mistakes. So in this case, she made a mistake, and we all make mistakes. I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, right? And I think she, in one way or another, misunderstood or maybe miscommunicated the information that came from the jury. And this was, I mean, Nick went through all of this. I'm not going to go through all of them. She gave an update about the time, right? So how much time they had left, right? Amber's team has 8 hours and 14 minutes. That's accurate. You know, Amber's team, has 8 hours and 14 minutes left, and Johnny's team has 18 hours and 30 minutes left. So this is accurate information. So good on her there, right? 2 hours for closing. That's accurate. Here's the problem. This is not accurate. This one right here is not accurate. So this is not, see, on this issue, the judge made it clear that Adam Waldman made the statements and the Jews of Johnny Depp. This is not exactly what you think it is. See, it's not allowing these things in as a matter of fact. They were discussing jury instructions. Okay, yes, that's sure. That's fine. Okay, I accept their, talking about jury instructions. But that doesn't mean they have to say that per se, all those things were said by Johnny Depp. That's a matter of fact that has to be considered by the jury, right? The jury is the finder of facts, so they've got to consider that. Okay, let me catch your super chats. I can't make you object to her, but can you make her an object? Oh, Ricada, I think I just did. And I am the attorney. I mean, a lot of other people hold back, but objectification at Legal Mindset, 100 out of 100 does happen. Sorry, not sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. Shout out to my boy Ron Moeller from the Black Hills. He's running for state senate in the Dakotas. So shout out to him. Paulina, look how nice you look with this sweater. Bom dia. I'm not in a sweater. I'm actually a polo shirt, right? So polo shirt, short sleeves right there. So I'm not in a sweater today. It is actually pretty hot in Korea. My AC is on, and when these lights are rocking right here, it's a lot. It's a lot. Drop by Malaysia, lots of good food and fun hangouts. So actually, Kapong, Malaysia is one of the places I want to check out for potential residency. The requirements, they just increased them, but they're still very reasonable for an expat. So I actually may explore residency in Southeast Asia. One of my goals in the fall is to go to all the different Southeast Asian countries because I haven't been there and see which one I like the best. So if I stop by Malaysia, I'll let you know. I would always love a local Malaysian hookup. Malaysian food is fantastic. I really love Malaysian food. Johnny Amber says, rackets, quit giving my money away, you crazy shill. Hey, Johnny, I've got your money too. So, hey, calm down. New to this channel, loving it. Love from the UK. What's up, Terry? Thank you so much. Christina says, live switch work for me. Okay, so some people it worked, some people it didn't. All right. Also, Ricada, man, good night, man. You need some sleep, bro. Like, seriously, get some sleep. I literally am doing this stream so you can sleep. So literally go to bed, bro. Go to bed. And he says he implemented a 10-second delay to stop spam. Yeah, so I did a subscriber only for this to stop the spammers. I was literally getting the sex commercials. You'll get crypto in here, all sorts of spam. You don't want that. And the other thing too is it's literally it's something that can get your stream even taken down because there's a bunch of that stuff in the chat that can actually, you know, get your stream taken down if it's naughty stuff, if it's sexy stuff. So we try to keep the sexy to a minimum. Shane says, Camille, Dr. Mommy Muffins, or Chanley Painter, who's your top smash? Smash Chanley, 100%. She's tall. She's like my height range. You know, so like, yeah, that's Chanley 100%. Because Camille's too short for me. She's actually pretty short. And also, like, I'm from Miami, so I've been with a lot of like Latinas. But and I have been with some like I dated one girl who was a model, but she wasn't like a Miss Arkansas. I feel like that would be a good accomplishment. And also, Chanley's like a really nice girl, so I feel like we'd have a good conversation like post bedtime. So yeah, it's Chanley for sure. Dr. Muffins, I mean, she can get it too, but you asked me to pick one, right? You asked me to pick one. Also, shout out to the newest wrench, Chris Rowland. Thank you for helping out in the channel. Rakita said he wants to be a mod for you. Yes, I will make him after this. I'm a boomer. It takes me a second to like look in the system and like go and mod somebody. So I will mod Rakita after this. I'm slow at the modding, but I'm slowly adding people because I need help. Polina, and you have tattoos. Wow, still look nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I only have a 3/4 sleeve because I try to hide it when I was going to work, keep it professional. I never wanted anybody to discover it. So I was like, okay, it's going to go here so that nobody really knows, right? When I have my long sleeves on, nobody sees it. So it's invisible. It's only when I want it to happen. And you know me, I really don't give a damn on YouTube. So look, I think the Chanley situation, she was confused. I'm not holding it against her. It seems like something that you could reasonably be confused on. So I get it. So I get why Chanley did that. Not going to hold it against her. Seems like a nice girl. You know, let's hope it doesn't happen again. And also, she's been in communication with us. She hasn't been aggressive about it. She hasn't been trying to fight us. And especially compared, and I'm going to show you some of these tweets from the crazy leftists, especially compared to them. It's not even funny. She's been a saint compared to these people who are coming after us. And let me say something, guys. Once again, this Amber Heard issue does not have to be left and right. It does not have to be left and right. But it is not people, at least people on LawTube, aren't making this a political issue. There's people on the extreme left and periodicals in the mainstream media that are making this a political issue. I think the fact that both men and women, everybody can be the subject of abuse, shouldn't be up for debate. That's not a political issue. That's a fact. But the fact that we have to make it into a political issue, frankly, it's disgusting. And, you know, if somebody comes at me, or people come at me, we got to respond. Like, and they're coming at LawTube right now. So we have to respond. That's my take on this. Usually I'm like, ignore the haters. But no. We got to throw down with them. We got to take it to these guys because they're deranged. And they're literally spouting lies at this point. Because to me, if you are watching the Amber Heard trial, and Mike, I'll make you a mod. But if you're on this, if you're on, like, literally, if you're watching this trial right now and you cannot see how there is solid evidence against Amber Heard, how Amber Heard has not presented the best evidence, you are deranged. If you're just watching this and you're thinking Amber Heard has done nothing wrong, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. If you completely believe her and think that her story is consistent, I mean, I just don't think she's watching it. I don't think you're watching it. And I don't think that cuts across political lines. I think if you look at another human being, you can tell when they're lying. And in this case, it's very clear that Amber Heard is not telling the truth. SoCal Chris says, I work 12 hours, so I really appreciate the new stream time. Thanks a lot, bud. Hey, SoCal Chris, that's why I'm doing this one, because, you know, it's a real gap that I didn't realize was here. So this will be my new streaming time. I'm going to narrow it down what the perfect time is, whether it's like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or whatever Eastern time, but around this time. I mean, I figure if Rakita's losing steam around, 5 a.m., then, I start in. That's kind of a good tag off. I like to be collaborative. I like to work together with everybody. So it seems like a good time. Nobody's stepping on each other's toes roughly. And it's a little bit more. It's over there. Legal Mindset told me to buy crypto. Okay. Well, see, when you spam the chat, you go to timeout, right? So Matt's now in timeout. So he's in timeout. All right. So the Chanley issue, cover that over. Hopefully that's fixed. But let's go over to some of these deranged comments. Let me show you guys some of these deranged comments because these are bad. And they're coming for LawTubers. They're coming for LawTubers. So here we go. And once again, these type of comments come from all sorts of people. Like this is one girl, but I saw 100. I'm just reading one as an example of the many types of comments we get. And this was a response to what Chanley said. So this is just a response to her. But yeah, I once again, I understand her take on it and I understand what she said, but their interpretation of it, and once again, the politicization of it is the problem. So let's read this. All the Depp stands panicking and looking for LawTubers, quote unquote, and I love to put it in quote, to help them calm down and ease their minds. And by the way, this is why I give Nick shit, because as much as he may hate it, now this is a word that even the people who oppose LawTube are using to describe LawTube. So at this point, it's a word that's solidified, whether anybody likes it or not. To help calm them down and ease their minds. It's over. Depp doesn't even want to show his face when the verdict drops. Case in point, he just wanted to do a global smear campaign on Amber, and you all fell for it. Amber won in the UK. She's going to win again with this case. Johnny is a crusty piece of shit trying to drag her across the globe. At the end of the day, he is still a wife beater, and Amber is his victim. And he still refuses to leave her alone. He can't let her live in peace. Disgusting. And the audacity of him to deliberately choose VA so that it could be live streamed and then decides to dip out on the verdict. It shows that his main purpose of this was that he wanted it to be a global win shot on Amber. And y'all still acting goofy. All right. Yes. Okay. So a lot of bullshit here. I mean, first of all, Depp, they asked, and Depp is entitled to not be there if he doesn't want to be there, and so is Amber, and Amber fucking walked out of the court. So if anybody's disrespectful of the court, it's Amber. So let's put that out there, right? Yes, there is the court of public opinion, because the court of public opinion was spreading lies. Mainstream media was spreading lies. We're going to get into 2 big articles that dropped attacking Johnny supporters and, by proxy, LawTube. Now, there are some articles out there positively mentioning LawTube. These 2 articles, I believe, do not mention LawTube specifically, but they're tied to this sentiment. This sentiment is being painted on LawTube because we are part of that community that's breaking down this information. Amber did not win in the UK. This is a fallacy. The Sun won, not Amber. This is insane. Insane. And everybody who's watched this can see Amber is no victim. Even Amber doesn't even want to be called a victim because she isn't. She is not a victim. She is indeed the abuser. So that's that tweet. That's deranged, right? That's deranged. Hashtag we are LawTube. I like that. Oh, is MGTOW Podcast in the house? What's up? Oh, I think MGTOW is in the house. So what's up, Drex? Good to see you in the chat, brother. I'm going to have you on soon, brother. So don't you worry. Crystal says, loving these morning streams. I'm in Florida. Oh, shout out to Florida. So I'm going to be back in Florida. next Saturday. I will be in Florida from actually, I'll go to Dallas. I got to connect through Dallas, and then I will be in Florida. So I'm going to be in Florida till about the 7th. And then from the 8th to about the 13th, I'll be in Texas. I may try to slip in a quick trip to New York. We'll see. If both Nate and Joe can meet, then I'll meet. But if one of them's not available, then it's not worth the ROI for me. GGB says, when I hear initially I have an open mind and I'm unsure if she is lying, but when I take some time to think about, seems like she lying anyone else. Yeah, she's, I mean, I think most people, GGB, most people came into this with an open mind. They came into it wanting to find the truth. And frankly, that's what I do on this channel. On this channel, this is the legal mindset. I'm here for you to be your own judge, make your own decisions. I'm presenting the information. Now, I have an opinion, but I'm going to tell you right now, I get shit wrong. So feel free to disagree with me. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong. And by the way, these other LawTubers, a lot of them will disagree with me. Shit. Ask Nick about Marbury versus Madison. He pretty much disagrees with everybody on that one. It's a fucking shit show. But the point is that we can be respectful about it. We can have a conversation, open mind. But when we see facts, I am heavily biased towards the truth. So I make no excuses for simping for the truth, because I will subscribe to the Truth is OnlyFans. That's it. Put the money for the bathwater. I'll drink that truth bathwater every day, because facts are more important to me than people's feelings. I don't care whose feelings I've hurt. By the way, that means people on the right too. Nick brought up the Trump stuff. I will definitely bring up mistakes that Trump made. Anthony Fauci, definitely a huge mistake. Those SCOTUS appointments, definitely not the best. A lot of mistakes that Trump made, right? Nobody's perfect. So we're going to call them all out here. But we have a dedication to the truth. I love this stream time too. It's 5 p.m. here. Also left and believe Johnny. Amber Heard does not have to lie about everything. Exactly. It's unnecessary for her to lie about everything. And whether you're left or right, you should care about the truth. You should always care about the truth. Cardano says, do you guys ever feel like you're getting the overflow sloppy seconds from the Ricada stream other than me coming over? No, I don't at all. In fact, I don't view it that way at all. I like to have a time that's my time. And this time is actually more of my time than my original 7 p.m. time. My original 7 p.m. time, I actually shared with Robert Gruler, now Robert Gaveda, changed his name, but he always had the same stream time as me. So if anybody was subscribed to both of us, they would have to choose. Now there's no problem there. And other people would stream at the same time as me. That's a very clogged time slot, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But this time, nobody's up. And I'm here for it. I'm glad to be up at this time. I'm happy to be up at this time. I don't consider it sloppy seconds. I consider it pretty great. What's up, Scarlett from Germany? Good to see you here. All right. We all have your back. The truth will win. Appreciate that, man. In the end, the truth always wins. That's my theory. My thesis is that in the end, the truth is going to come out. The internet is too big. The internet is too big to hide the truth anymore. You can't do it. Anthony Fauci, how about Anthony Scaramucci? There you go. I'll buy that. K-Rob subs, these accounts aren't real people. They are hundreds of her fake accounts putting out junk for months. Ignore them. They don't get any traction. Yeah, I agree with that. JK says, out defense videos of turd reveals no-go hose. No-goes? Last part I don't get. But anyways, there are defense videos of turd, but they really don't do well. I haven't seen a solid video defending Amber Turd. Have not seen it. The best defense of Amber Turd is pretty much Hogue when he tries to straw man. But even then, it's hard to straw man for him. So let's look at these articles. Let's see what they're saying about you guys who may believe Johnny. This is Vogue. This is an article that multiple people have sent me. I'm trying to minimize it here. Well, maybe I'll have to max. Oh, I will actually have to maximize it a little bit. But this is Vogue. Why it's time to believe Amber Heard. Okay. This one I'm not going to read all of. There's another Vox article that I want to read more of. But here you go. Where to begin with the online cesspit of Depp versus Heard. Okay. The minutia being combed throughout the trial has come to feel less like a lawsuit and more like a torturous exorcism of the past. Okay. London's High Court found previous allegations of Depp was a wife beater to be substantially true. The internet appears to overwhelmingly pick Depp's side. No, all it said was it's not actionable, right? You can't collect defamation based on that. But here you go. Here it is. Go on to social media, and the anti-Heard sentiment is palpable. The memes have been ferocious. Guys, the memes are ferocious. Oh my God, the mean memes are coming. Oh, those mean memers, they know how to meme. Oh my gosh. They sometimes consist of spotting the difference comparison with domestic abuse victims. At other times, televised courtroom footage that has been appropriated to openly mock her appearance. Okay. It's plain misogyny. Excuse me? Comparing actual domestic abuse victims with somebody who's faking a domestic abuse, that's misogyny? Really? That's misogyny. Mocking someone's appearance when they look like Dr. Evil despite their gender. Really? I mock Kim Jong-un's appearance, okay? And that's who she looked like, so let's be real here. And I make no apologies for that. The company behind the makeup compact Heard used to hide her bruises even made a TikTok disputing her claims. So they're literally calling the company misogynist. Wow. Heard is being, keyword guys, buzzword, systematically, let's see how many times I get this buzzword in here, systematically jeered at and ridiculed like a medieval criminal in the stocks as she catalogs historical abuse and as she alleges rape. Have we completely lost track of the severity of these allegations? The point is these allegations should be mocked because at trial we've seen they're full of shit. They're horrible allegations backed up by no evidence. Literally no evidence. In fact, most of the allegations run counter to other people's stories about her, run counter to the facts about her, to what she was doing the day after. When Rihanna was punched in the face, no one doubted that was real. Rihanna canceled her engagements for 3 weeks after she was pummeled in the face by Chris Brown. But yet Amber Heard can not just get up, but dance, prance around, go on TV. I don't fucking think so. So here we go. We understand that Depp fans will side with Depp. So Depp fans gonna Depp, right? That's the thing. But even the less aggressively Depp-pilled, I love how they use like Depp-pilled instead of red-pilled. See, they're trying to use all these trigger words. And once again, guys, this is not somebody coming out here from LawTube writing this, or even somebody else say it, somebody from the right writing this. This one is Vogue, right? And they're writing it with a clear political slant. They're writing it from the political slant of a very far left political view. And even the less Depp-pilled of us don't want us to believe that Caribbean pilot is blameless. If not squeaky clean, then at least under the duress of drug addiction acting out of character. Actually, no, I think most people, let's see, guys. So let me ask you guys in the chat. I want to get chat's opinion here. How many of you guys have an issue with Johnny's drug use? One, if you have an issue with his drug use. Two, if you kind of accept it and you knew what it is, or it doesn't really change the factor for you. One, if it's a problem for you, if you think that's material to this case. Two, if you're like, okay, he does drugs, we get it, right? It may not be good. I'm not saying you condone it, but if you kind of accept it as a fact. Yeah, okay. So the twos are really winning out here. Minsky, oh, what's up, Minsky? Good to see you. A post saying people will only believe rape victims if they are dead to make a point in defense of Amber Heard. I replied and was blocked. See, this is the point. It's complete disrespect to all victims and survivor of SA and DV. My anger meter went up like a skyscraper. SS via Twitter. Yes. It's really horrible what they're doing to people. I mean, they're silencing them because they're saying things that they don't like. Which is crazy here. So thank you, Minsky, for that. And they're not listening to real victims that are trying to tell their stories. They're just trying to tell their stories in their point of view. Check out YouTube censorship. They are the red flag chicks. Yeah, there's lots of censorship around this topic. Nettie says, real victims do not taunt, laugh at, throw things, hit, or follow around the domestic abusers ever. Yes, you would not chase down your domestic abuser. You would not literally run through the apartment, chasing them from place to place, as is recorded on the video, as we have proof of. They would not do that. It's ridiculous. It's hard for me to believe that anybody would do the same behavior in Amber Heard's place. She doesn't act like she's scared of Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp acts like he's scared of her. if anything. All of his behavior at the trial has showed, I mean, the not looking her in the eyes, it shows he's more worried about her and her personality disorder than anything else. So the twos have won the chat. Twos have won it, guys. I don't think I've seen a single one. Oh, no, hold on. Beats has a 1. All right, I want to make sure I get it, but everybody else is a 2. Everybody else is a 2. These are still rolling in. Holy shit. Holy shit. Terry said, I smashed a mirror when my brother died. I'm not shocked Johnny banged his kitchen about. Exactly. Guys, I've punched a wall. I punched a wall, right? I was mad. Look, I'm not proud of that, but I did that. I did that when I was real mad once, I don't do it again. I'm really much calmer about my personality. But when I was younger, about 19, 20 years old, I punched a wall, put a good sized hole in it. But, I was really mad. Something really bad happened. Really bad happened. And it was in that moment, the reason why I did it was very clear and to me justified. But now I don't handle my rage like that. If I get mad. Beauty in a Brain says Amber Heard is the clear abuser. As a DV victim, it's infuriating to watch her lie so arrogantly. She truly thinks she's fooling us all. Disgusting. Yeah. I dabble in drugs and I've never hit a single soul. Yeah, most people have done drugs. I mean, look, I say I can neither confirm nor deny, but like I said, I grew up in Miami. I can confirm I've smoked more weed in Miami when I was growing up than probably Cheech and Chong. But that never hurt anybody. The other drugs, let's say I've sampled most other things, but there's a reason why you don't do stuff, and that's because you like them too much. But I've never, ever seen somebody, been violent, seen somebody or been around somebody that is violent on especially the types of drugs that Johnny was apparently on. Now, the prescriptions I don't know about. I don't know what he was prescribed, right? There's certain prescriptions that can make you feel a certain way. And I've never had an addiction, so I've never had to come down off somebody. I hear that's a horrible experience. Here it's like dying. So I can get it. Like if you're coming down and somebody is like attacking you, yeah, I might slam some cabinets. Like I'm not going to lie. She's a liar. What happened to strong, independent women that are equal, or there's no gender time, or is it there are no gender time of year? Disingenuous. Yeah. I will say there's one part of the narrative that we have to get straight. Like, I'm okay. Like, if you want the strong, independent thing, that's fine. But, then the no gender thing, like, you got to pick one, right? Like, if it is like, if gender doesn't matter, then gender doesn't matter, right? If there's like women and men, then okay, then let's talk about that, right? But we do got to pick one. You can't use the narrative that's convenient for you. And that's what Amber Heard is using. She's doing exactly what Adam Weissman accused her of. She's using it as a sword and a shield. Gender doesn't matter when it comes to IO, right? When it comes to IO, Johnny is a bigot for not referring to him as whatever. I mean, I don't know what IO is, right? I don't know what IO's pronouns are. So I'm going to say it, right? Whatever IO wants to be called as, right? Oh, he didn't call him by pronouns. He's so hateful. But yeah, I'm the vulnerable woman. It's pick one. Pick one. Doesn't matter. I get that. Terry has, I got the smashing a mirror. Midnight's Edge After Dark says Johnny Depp's lawyers really need to draw parallels to his jump in use and behavior, to his getting with Amber Heard. He was never that bad before. Yes, it became worse. He was trying to heal a childhood wound. There's something about childhood wounds, especially with your parents. Those are strong wounds in your life. You got to think about your relationship with your parents. That shaped you in a massive way, in ways you don't even know, because a lot of that bonding and experience happened before you were conscious. And a lot of that lack of love from his mom and the distance there, and she was just kind of cold and a little bit harsh and, lots of issues there. He was trying to heal that by fixing a woman like his mom. But the problem is you can't do it. You cannot be Captain Save a Hoe or Captain Save a Bro for you ladies out there. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Don't change somebody. Find the person that's already in the state you want them to be in. Don't expect them to change. Max Mira says, predict not just doxing of LawTubers, they'll also call employers, alma maters to intimidate lawyers, may be more resilient than non-lawyers' thoughts. Yeah, Max Mira, I mean, I'm in a position where it's like, I don't really care anymore, right? Like literally I've set up my life, so I don't care. They can dox me all they want to. That's fine. Like I don't have my personal information front and forward, but I don't care if I get doxed. And I don't care if, I think most LawTubers are out there. I know Nick, they've tried to dox. They've tried to swat Nick. They can threaten us all they want. They can call people all they want. They're not going to stop us because we do not have corporate sponsors. We have you guys sponsoring us and you guys backing us up. And because you guys are backing us up, because you guys are doing what Max is doing and supporting us, we can say, fuck you to the narrative. We can say what we want to say, and they cannot silence us. They can't. They can't because we have no strings attached. Nobody is pulling these strings. Nobody is telling me what to say and not say. In fact, if anything, I oftentimes have people saying, you shouldn't say that, but I say it anyways. Because this is my channel and I get to say what I want to say. Super chat here. I'm missing the place where it was posted, but I'm just gonna read it. Oh, wait, right here. Here you go. Minsky says, and you don't ask your abuser, please come back and come home. If it was me, I'd rather my abuser get lost and not come back home ever. Exactly. Johnny Arbor says that is why they're lashing out. Loss of power for the Me Too megalomaniacs. Yes. And guys, this is happening also with the Roni Rona. If you see the headlines about the monkeypox, you see monkeypox. A lot of these public health guys, I know them. I used to work with government officials closely as part of my original practice that I started when I was out of law school. I know public health officials. They have really boring jobs. They're so boring. They're like trying to get kids to eat apples and stuff like that. Rona was the most exciting thing that ever happened to them. And they literally got so much power. They were drunk on power and they don't want to give it up. And I understand that's a human impulse. It's a human impulse. When you get power, you don't want to give it up. I understand that. However, now you have to be wary that, okay, they're going to try to do the monkeypox thing. You got to say, okay, is monkeypox a big deal? How many people get monkeypox around the world and how many people die of it in first world countries? So, just understand what's happening, understand the background for these things and their incentive. So are we supposed to believe our own eyes and logic just because she's a woman and condemn Johnny Depp just because he's a man? Double standards. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much ignore what we heard in trial and believe her because she's a woman. Well, I don't think that's a good standard for anybody. That's not a good standard for men or women. That's a horrible standard. And one of the reasons why the United States is great, and I say this as a person in Korea, in every country has pros and cons. One of the reasons why I want to pursue a 5 flags lifestyle is not because I think, hey, these other countries are better than the United States, but every country, every place, every state has a pro and a con. Right? I'm from Florida. Florida has pros and cons. Texas, pros and cons. I used to live in North Carolina, pros and cons. Even California has pros and cons. Now, the cons far outweighs the pros, but we're not going to go there today. But you have to understand that our system of justice in the United States is so critical. The reason why people are so fascinated with these trials, one of the reasons is in many countries around the world, you do not have a real legal system that believes in due process and the rule of law. You do not have a constitution in many countries. We do. We have these guaranteed fundamental rights. And by and large, yes, our system messes up sometimes. Yes, there are people who are wrongly criminally convicted. That does happen. But on the whole, on the large, it is a more just system than the vast majority of countries around the world. The vast majority of countries around the world. And I will take a case in the United States, as expensive as it is, as costly as it is, I will take a case in the United States over a case in almost any other country in the world. Because I think our legal system is up to snuff. I think it does give us due process. Now, there are those that are fighting to change that. There are those that are fighting to have the court of public opinion override evidence, override the court. People on Amber's side who want us to believe these things that go against what we've seen. And by the way, guys, if you like this information and you want to stick to the facts, stick to what you've seen, please smash the like button and subscribe. I'm so close to 50K. I'm like literally right there. That's a huge metric for me. Honestly, guys, let me just say this. My goal for the end of the year was 50K. So I am flattered to almost be there. And I appreciate that, guys. I really do. I really do. And I appreciate all of you this channel. And I hope to give back so much more value to you guys. Jay Carter says, how does Amber Heard square painting JD as so abusive with the op-ed that wasn't about him? Yeah, that's really hard, right? So it's hard to call him an abuser and then at the same time say that the op-ed wasn't about him. It's really difficult. It's really difficult to do that. And it's really weird. It's a weird position. But now they've got to argue that. And it's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. And here's another reason why people are watching. This is a good point, Whoop. All the media covered in New Zealand is pro-Heard. And they're trying to gaslight readers into believing he's a sole victim. But here's the thing, Boop. If you watch the trial, you literally, if you hear that cackling video where she's cackling in the audio, you know, you don't, I don't need to tell you that Amber's abusive. You can hear that she's verbally abusive with your own ears. You can hear how she's gaslighting, abusing, and torturing Johnny Depp. Won't let him leave. I would say groomer trying it on Depp kid. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, but I mean, there are a lot of groomers out there. And Io, yes. Io was trying to groom Depp's kid. Yes. I think it's very wrong to try to take pictures and assert that someone is LGBTQ without their consent. Let them make their own decision. If they really are, when they're older, okay, that's fine. But don't try to groom them into it or gaslight them into it. Let them make their own decision. If they want to be that, that's fine. I'm from Florida. I mean, in Miami, where I grew up, nobody cared. Like, if you told me you're gay, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't care. Like, just go over there. Like, I don't care. Like, we're walking around, like you're going to a different club to pick up guys and I'm going to this club to pick up girls, right? It doesn't bother me, right? Just go about your own business. Don't throw it in my face. Don't force me to make a declaration. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. What's up, Sabine from Martanis? Awesome. Really all around the world here. Justice for Johnny. Karma has no deadline. Yes. I think deadline, but yeah, karma does not have a deadline at all. And karma is 100% coming. Samantha says, oh, I'm also from Florida, moved from Japan. I forgot. Oh, awesome. Where in Florida are you from? I mean, I've been all over Florida. I was in Orlando, Florida. I practiced in Orlando, Florida for 6 years. Then I was in Miami, but I was working a lot remotely. So I was really around the world. So, I mean, that's a really good part about working remotely is you can be around the world, which is great. Off topic, what are your thoughts on the Stephen Avery case? I'll handle that another time. I actually need to look more into the facts of that one, but thank you, Terry, for the super chat. I will look into that. That is my commitment there. I'm always looking for new cases to cover and new topics to cover. Katerina says the cabinets had nothing to do with her. She came and started recording instead of asking what's wrong. They just found out they stole 600 mil. LawTubers and internet journalists, time to stand up. Yeah. And here's the thing, Katerina. The LawTube and internet journalists, if you guys are new to LawTube, if you guys are just discovering LawTube, we do not stop. We are relentless at hunting for the truth. Now, we can interpret facts a different way. We can take facts and think about them different ways. That's part of being a lawyer. Is coming up with different theories of the case, different hypotheses, different ways and angles of thinking of things. And we do it respectfully. Wait, if you guys haven't seen us all on a panel when we're just talking, we can disagree on stuff. Just because you've only seen the Heard panels where we all agree, check out the panels where we don't agree. Because there's panels where we have all sorts of different opinions. But LawTube will get to the truth. We are relentless in hunting for the truth, and we will get there. Are you going to Houston with Nick? Nick needs to tell me the timing of his trip. I have a DM into him trying to get his timing. I'm going to see if he can come to Miami, or I'll go to Nick. Like, I mean, he just needs to tell me his timing. But I will be in Houston too. If he's there at the same time, that would be freaking awesome. Awesome. Because I love in-person collaborations. There's nothing like meeting people in person. I second that. Work in China now. Courts are good. Yeah. Well, in China, just like Korea and Japan, shout out to the everybody who's over here in Asia. The courts have a 95% to 99% conviction rate. I'm not stuttering. They have a 99% conviction rate in many different jurisdictions in Asia. That is not a due process system. That is a prosecutorial system, right? Essentially, once you're charged with a crime, you're guilty. So if you get charged, that's it. You're kind of screwed. And that's the system over here. And once again, there are pros and cons to each country. There are pros and there are cons. You need to weigh those pros and cons if you're thinking about living outside your country. If you're not, if you're happy with the country, that's awesome. But if you're ever thinking about living anywhere, you need to think about that. Minsky says, I'd really like to know what you think that Amber Heard is now official court record 3 times. That is something I never expected. Well, Minsky, that's actually what I tweeted. I tweeted that out. That actually went viral. It was like a tweet that actually was my best tweet ever. My best tweet ever was hashtag Amber Turd is now part of the official court public record. That forever, Amber Turd, the demonstrable that talked about the number of tweets that say Amber Turd, that is now forever part of the court record. They can never remove that. They can't redact that. Lovely. Thank you for the $4.99. Just made 50K. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Listen, hey, guys, hey, cheers to 50K. Next stop, 100, right? I will celebrate at 100. At 100, I'm gonna have a party. I'm gonna go back to the. I'll probably have a party here in Asia once it's opened up, right here in Seoul. And I will definitely hold one back in the United States. Invite anybody who wants to come. It should be fantastic, including the haters. But of course, I'll have the bodyguards. Don't worry. I got a lot of jacked motherfuckers in the United States who I know. Silence says, "What happened to women can do anything men can?" Well, there you go. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Is that if we're going with the blank slate equalism, right? Blank slate equalism is the fundamental belief that men and women are entirely the same, and there's no differences at all, which I debate and dispute and do not agree with, right? I don't agree with that. I believe that men and women are complementary. We have complementary sets of skills, which are made to work together evolutionarily over the years. For example, women statistically have better ability to detect lies. They are better lie detectors. They're better at that because over evolutionary history of men and women, typically women were having to monitor what? Children. And when children can't speak, they have to monitor their facial expressions. And if the child looked distressed, they didn't know, hey, to take care of the kid, do whatever it is, when they couldn't speak. So they had to get better at that. It's an evolutionary trait. It's a good thing. Men have more upper body strength. Why? Because, well, we were out there hunting the mammoth, right? That's not a bad thing. It's not horrible. We just need to acknowledge that. Say, okay, this is real. It's not bad. It doesn't make one better than the other. Those are complementary. It's like yin yang. They fit together. But if we are blank slate, let's say we assume that, right? If men can abuse, women can abuse. And hashtag men too is now trending on Twitter. And I love that. I absolutely love that because I have seen men being abused. I've seen it when I worked in North Carolina, a small community. We had an elderly man who was repeatedly abused by his wife. It was the saddest thing ever. And, the fact that I've seen that, I can't shut up and say, oh yeah, this is only men. This is only women. This is only a women's issue. It's not. It's everybody. It doesn't have to be a political issue, but it certainly doesn't happen to men. I want to collaborate with LawTube on X case. Okay, Beauty in Her Brain. Message me on Twitter. Tell me that you are Beauty in Her Brain on that's your handle on YouTube. Twitter message me. I will check it and talk to me about it, and we'll see if we can collaborate on it. Right? I'm open to that. Okay. So I'm open to collaborating with people. I'm very open to it as long as you have a real story and you're willing to talk about it. Congrats on 50K, bro. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. Hey, cheers. Cheers to 50K. Britt says, this trial has done little damage to me too. However, it has hopefully killed believe women. It should have never been believe. It should have been do not dismiss. I agree with that. And also, I find it ironic that believe women only applied to biological women. I also agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that, Britt. I actually do agree with this. Like, do not dismiss their claims outright. Yes, of course. But claims require evidence. Show me the evidence. Man or woman, whatever. Show me the evidence. And that's why we have court. That's why we have police reports. When you're just sentencing men to the gulag without giving them due process of law, that's wrong. Just like I would say sentencing women to the gulag without due process is there. What do I mean when I say gulag? I mean when you are exiling a woman back in the day, right? Let's say in the 1800s, if a woman, was known to be promiscuous, she was slut shamed, she was shunned from the community. Okay, yeah, we can say, all right, that was extreme. Don't need to go there. But flip that over on its head and say, okay, you've got men nowadays that are being accused of doing naughty sexual things. And without any proof whatsoever, they are fired from their job, can no longer seek employment anywhere else, are blacklisted, banned from all social media. Their friends abandon them. Their family won't even talk to them. That's not good. That's not great. So thank you. Mark Sermon, bro. Mark, man, appreciate it. Mark, man, let me just say real quick, shout out to Mark. Mark was over here in Seoul. We had a really good time together. I really appreciate it, Mark. I wish we could spend more time together. I was so busy. You know what I was up to in a lot of cases, but I was so busy streaming. A lot of times I would miss with Mark, or I was in the United States for a bit. But thank you so much, brother. You're an amazing guy. He said, you never let me pay you back for drinks and dinner, so consider this down payment. Thank you so much, man. I hope you enjoyed Korea. I hope you had a good time here. I hope you, enjoyed my teaching you really bad Korean words. So I really appreciate that, man. I really do. And by the way, someone's saying I'm comparing to third world countries. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that every country, whether it's third world or not, maybe third world is a con, right? So for me, let me just say to the comment about the U.S. versus third world countries, like if I think about living in a country like Vietnam or Laos or whatever, I would say, okay, that's a standard of living that's lower than what I'm used to, right? One of the reasons I like Korea, one of my pros is it's got a comparable standard of living. It's not exactly the same, but it's very comparable to the United States. So I do like that for a place I live. So I think you should analyze that. And you can be objective. If you stay somewhere for a week, you can make an objective decision on that. Mark was here in Korea. He was here in Korea for almost a month. So actually over a month, right, Mark? So I think he has the ability to make that decision on whether or not he could live here long-term or maybe set it up as a place he would stop by. Kitty Bear says, what is love? Oh, Amber, don't turn me. Don't turn me. No more. Amber, don't turn me. Don't turn me no more. What is love? Camille objecting us. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, I love it. That's LawTube karaoke, guys. That's prime content. Desiree said, did anyone else pick up on the makeup artist testimony that Amber uses the Clé de Peau concealer? Expensive, not Milani, as per Elaine. Well, Desiree. Well, Desiree. I think the makeup palette issue is something that should come up. It should come up on, I want it to come up. I really want it to come up on the redirect. We're going to get a redirect. If it comes up, that would be glorious. That would be glorious. We'll see. We'll see. But we haven't seen enough on it. Jonathan says, what type of legal work do you do in Korea? I do zero legal work in Korea. I work remotely. So my legal work is all remote. I can do it anywhere in the world. Part of having a lifestyle that's more like Five Flags or location independent is making sure all of your work is remote. So all my work can be done remotely. So I'm not bound to stay in Korea at all. I originally did do some work here for Korean companies, but I no longer do that. So I'm on a different sort of visa. I switched visas around the Rittenhouse case. So I don't need to do any work here. I don't do any work here. So I kind of exist outside the system. So if people ask me, what's it like working in a Korean company? I could say, I can't tell you. All I can do is ask the girls, girls I've gone out with. I say, hey, how's working in Korea? They tell me. That's how I get it from. Pretty much from dates. That's how I get most of my information. There are millions of dollars and both their integrities on the line. If there was any more evidence in favor of Amber, her team would have found it. Exactly. Like 100% would have found that. Ivy Shickton Jack says, when my brother-in-law was hit with a bottle, he abused my sister and my parents, aimed to set him straight. After that failed, my sister had enough. She took the nephew and left. Well, look, if you can't help somebody, in many cases you can't, get out of the situation. And that's what Johnny wanted to do. To me, it seems like all Johnny wanted to do was remove himself from the situation. To me, it seems like that was all he wanted. And they wouldn't let him do that. They wouldn't let him remove himself from the situation. The Deputy Dew says the UK trial was based on perjury. She said under oath she donated $7 billion. The judge ruled this was not an action of a gold digger. See, that's the point. She perjured herself. She did perjure herself. But I don't know the UK law system. I don't know whether they can go back and try that. I don't know how that works. So that's a whole separate thing about perjury in the UK. I'm not a barrister. By the way, the UK has two different types of lawyers, a barrister and a solicitor. I'm neither a barrister nor a solicitor in the UK. I can't tell you UK law. What I can tell you is that would be an issue in the United States, but we're not in the United States. That's a UK trial. So what's admissible and not is weird. Good time slot after Nick for UK people near midday here. Amber's story is too far-fetched. When a bottle that area people can imagine the damage. Oh yes, if you were graped with a Maker's Mark bottle, you would be destroyed, and that lost me completely. That lost a lot of people completely. Apparently, the bottle story lost the jury almost completely. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. Oh yeah, Debbie Deuce of the perjury. Got that one. All right. So I think we're caught. Oh, wait, no, here. Time to cancel guilt by association forever. Due process for all. Agreed. No makeup covers bruises. Trust me. Love from the Emirates. Oh, what's up? I hope to be in the Emirates in the future. So I appreciate that. Really from the Emirates. Appreciate that. And you saw, guys, in the chat, let me know. Did you see the scratch on her head? There was a photo of this scratch above her eyebrow, and she couldn't even hide the scratch. So you're telling me she can't hide one scratch on her brow, but she hid an entire black eye with Amica cream and some ice? Nah. And we got in we actually had a makeup artist here. If you check out my channel, I had a makeup artist on who is a professional makeup artist. And she said, there is no way that Amica cream, if you put on Amica cream, you're not able to put on makeup over that. To be able to layer it over that is impossible. So it's not going to happen. Rogue Thoughts said, love the stream, had a relationship that reminds me of this crap. She laughed when I wanted out. Love that there's some light to sub. And Rogue, this is the point. I was in a relationship. There's one girl in particular I remember, a long relationship with this girl. She reminds me a lot of Amber Heard. She reminds me a lot of Amber Heard. So that's really the thing to me that is really like traumatizing. That is really traumatizing. Yeah, so like to me, seeing that in other people and knowing that a lot of you guys out there have been with people like that, it's bad. Nicola says, my husband was stabbed by an ex for leaving years ago. She was horrid to him. He didn't press charge because he was embarrassed. He's a beautiful soul. Nicola, this is exactly what's right. So many men were embarrassed. We think it's unmanly. We are called, you saw how Amber was treating Johnny, was saying you're not a man or you're a big man or challenging his masculinity. This is what we have to deal with. We have to deal with people who are like, you're not a man, you're a pussy, you're a little bitch. You're out here. Who are you? You have no balls? Oh, you think I hit you? You're a little pussy. I'm a woman. You can't even take a slap. What are you, a bitch? I mean, that's the type of behavior you hear. And we're just supposed to put up with it. And we're embarrassed. No guy wants to go to their friends and say, yeah, my girlfriend's beating up on me. No guy wants to do that. We're shamed if we do it. We're made fun of. We're mocked if we do it. In fact, there's a study done about abuse against men in public, and it showed that by and large, most people either laugh at a man being abused in public or just walk by and ignore it, but hardly anybody intervenes. But vice versa, and intervention is immediate. And by the way, I think that needs to change. I think if you see a woman wailing on a man, I think we should say something, just like we should say something if it's a man wailing on a woman. Allison, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that one. Yeah, it's a problem regardless. Tracy says, when Amber showed the color corrector and how she used it, she made sure to point out the obviously not this exact one. Exactly. Because she knew, here's the thing, guys. Amber is watching the internet. Amber knows about LawTube. We heard Runkle and Rob and even Christina, who I've had on. They've all said that Amber looks directly at them. She's attention seeking. She's looking at anybody that will give her attention. And when you make eye contact with her, she looks at you and she smiles, which is creepy, which is very creepy. But she knows she's searching on the internet and she's searching her case. She's searching her name. She's getting pissed off about the hashtag Amber Turds, which is why we need to keep doing it, because fuck that. She's horrible. Fuck that. No. But you know that she went online and she saw the Milani shit. She saw the Milani TikTok. There's no way she didn't. That thing was trending. And so she knew she had to be specific. She knew she had to be general. She fucked up by being too specific. Elaine fucked up by being too specific. So the CDP concealer is very sheer and not a concealer and a concealer, not a color corrector. Yeah. So thank you for that, Tracy. So many people reached out to me about the makeup. Like, honestly, like I had a makeup artist on, but I feel like you girls, a lot of you are like impromptu. You're makeup artists in and of yourself. How about they force Amber to take a literal punch in the face and then show how it covers the bruises? Yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad. So let me show you more about how the mainstream media is simping for her. So here we go. We had this article. So I showed you the Vogue article, right? So this is the Vogue article. It goes down here. And let me read the end of this. I spent a lot of time wondering if everyone's lost the point. If the erosion of empathy we see online has rendered us so inherently unkind as a species that there's no return. This is so black pill. Like, what is this? I do not want despair for humanity. I want to believe that some of us offline are mildly compassionate, or compassionate in a way that doesn't get tweeted about. That you're all out there being nice to each other, and I'm reporting on a tiny cluster of internet users with pitchforks. So they're really calling everybody who believes in Johnny Depp. So everybody, by the way, who believes in Johnny Depp is a tiny cluster. You guys out there, 5,000 of you, you are a tiny cluster with pitchforks. Though I felt myself veering towards it, I can no longer both sides this. It is time to draw a line. It's time to believe women, all women. Guys, this is Vogue. Vogue is doubling down. Look at this. It's time to believe women, all women. It's time to believe Heard. The British courts believe Depp beat his ex-wife. What's stopping the rest of us? No, they didn't. They actually didn't really support that fact. They just said there's enough to get away from the defamation charge. That's different, my friend, than a criminal beyond a reasonable doubt that he did it, right? Different standard. So that's that one article, right? And there's another article I'm going to show you guys, but that's just that one article that is saying believe all women. And this is an article that just came out. They literally are doubling down. This is not an article from 2 years ago. This is not an article from like 10 years ago or 5 years ago or 2 years ago. This is a literal article from 2 days ago. So it's crazy. Luciana with the New Zealand 899 says best proves she is searching online. She's searching online was that question about playing guitar or not, totally relevant to the case. Yes. So the best proof is when she talked about the guitar, because she's like, oh, I'm not that good or whatever. Oh, I suck. Why would you say that? Oh, because you're going online, because you're seeing the story, right? Because you're reading. And in a way, we could say that maybe online, because we're calling her out so much, they're having to react like in real time. In a way, this movement online, LawTube and everybody else online, we're throwing her off. Shout out to Tug, the umbrella guy, that umbrella guy. Great guy. Check out my stream with him the other day if you haven't seen it. It was fantastic, but the details we have, they're having to react to them. And they're just scrambling and they can't do it. Minsky says, almost all the recordings I heard, Johnny Depp is trying his best to be calm, and she is trying to push him to his limits. Johnny Depp's patience, IMO, is admirable. He sounds frustrated most of the time. Johnny Depp has been putting up with this for years. His name has been in the mud for years. He was still deemed, still ridiculed by the mainstream media, even after the UK trial. So they've only gotten worse with it. They've only doubled down. So this is finally to clear his name. And I think this one will clear his name. Win or lose, his name is cleared in this case. Americans and people around the world have seen this one, and we know the truth about Johnny Depp. And we know the real Amber Heard. We know. SoCal Chris, what's up, brother? Says, do you think Amber Heard could bring up LawTube or Tug as a reason for appeal, being as they know they're done? What's the appeal? What's the appeal point? You can't appeal because people are making fun of you online. And by the way, LawTube, we're all spitting facts. I mean, yes, I make fun of her, right? I say she looks like Dr. Evil and Kim Jong-un. Okay, right? That's not a cause of action. I know that some people out the world, there's a snowflake mentality that you can't make fun of anybody and how they look. I'm sorry. That's not, guys, if you get easily offended at that, this is not the best channel for you. If you're easily offended at me making fun of people, look, it's all in good fun. But these people are asking for it. And these people would do the exact same thing in the exact same position. They have no scruples. But being online and stating facts about a case has nothing to do with the grounds for appeal. You can only appeal trial issues. Guys, trial in court only looks at what's in court. It doesn't look at what's called extraneous evidence, outside of court evidence, ex parte, right? It's outside. Or sorry, ex parte is out without a party. Sorry, I'm drinking right now, guys. So extraneous evidence. So evidence from outside. We don't consider that. That's not what the court is supposed to do. In fact, the evidence process, whenever you hear permission to add stuff into evidence, permission to enter into evidence, that's saying that, hey, we think this is reliable. Let's let this into evidence. They carefully guard that. And that's why they want the jury just to consider the evidence, not the stuff outside the trial. But in every case nowadays, we have people covering it online, every single major case. That's just a fact of reality. And unless we're going to do a digital sequestering, we're going to lock these people in a box, take away their cell phones, take away the internet, take away TV, take away everything, give them books. That's it. You get a copy of what you got to read Lord of the Rings, something like that. Unless we're going to do that, they're going to be exposed to social media. They're going to find out about some of this stuff. We just got to accept that. That's not grounds for appeal, not in the modern day. Hannah says, men can be DV'd and SV'd as well. Believe me, I'm a woman. No, Anna, I believe you. And because, regardless of whether you're a woman or a man, it's a fact. It's just a fact. Like, it's a fact that men can be abused. That's just the way it is. And everybody is capable of some form of abuse. Now, there's verbal abuse, right? There's physical abuse, there's sexual abuse. Obviously, you have to present pretty strong facts if it's a man who's being sexually abused. But, once again, it's possible. Did they catch Amber Heard's fired by JD lawyer mention the post nut? So Adam Weitzman and his will not being changed to include Amber Heard right after the wedding. Gold digging. Yeah. She was gold digging. Guys, she was gold digging. She was gold digging. Amber was pissed that Johnny wouldn't put her in the will. We heard that at trial. It was a big issue that Johnny wouldn't put her in the will. Huge issue. And it was a cause of tension. And by the way, finances are the biggest cause for divorce. Finances, and relationship tension. April says, just found your channel, but appreciate people like you on YouTube giving us facts about cases like that. Yeah, exactly. We're just here to give you the facts, guys. And we all have opinions and we all have takes, we all have flavors. You'll discover around LawTube, as you guys poke around, you find different content creators. We all have a different way of talking about it. We all have a different way of talking. We have a way of addressing things. We all do it a little bit differently. On my channel, I like to have fun. I like memes, right? That's me. I like to take stuff with levity because I think life should be taken with an ounce of levity, with an ounce of fun. Otherwise, life isn't worth living. Thank you for that super chat. By the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Esquire International. That's my Instagram. And The Legal Mindset is Twitter, where you can send me stuff. I actually do check my Twitter, guys. I really check my Twitter, like a lot. So that's a great place to send me stuff. Okay, so let me show you the other article here, which is going to piss you guys off. This is Vox, right? This is Vox. So Vox says, here you go. Why the Depp Heard trial is so much worse than you realize. Amber Heard is just the first target of the new extremist playbook. Look at that. You guys are extremists. You guys are extremists. You guys know you're extremists? So around the third and fourth time I logged into Twitter to find Amber Heard as a psychopath at the top of the trending list. Well, that's because she is, but okay. I realized that there's no longer any pretending that Depp Heard defamation trial was not a terrible, foreboding reflection on our culture's worst impulses. The media, see, look at this. Okay, let me read this. I can't even get past it because I already know what they're going to say. Their lines are so predictable. I know what they're going to say. The media has covered the degree to which this trial has served as a referendum on the Me Too movement and a siren call to domestic abusers. I love how the media. What do they consider the media? They consider mainstream media the media, but let's continue. The narrative of the trial has been shaped in part by what appears to be, according to multiple resources, look at this, an army of bots spreading rhetoric favorable to Depp. So guys, you're all bots. Hashtag bot city, right? We are Johnny bots. Hashtag Depp bots. One researcher found more bots favorable to Heard, but said most of the bots were from third-party apps trying to capitalize on the trial, while they found the highest pro-Johnny bot post was shared nearly 2,000 times. The work of these bots has been further amplified by men's rights activists, the part of the far right-leaning extremist manosphere. I love how they just literally put this on top of everything. They literally compound these words. Far right-leaning extremist manosphere. So I have a lot of. Let me front of it. That seems to have been decided. That seems to have decided discrediting Amber Heard is the key to destroying every woman who accuses men of abuse and domestic violence. So, guys, I know people who are in the actual supposed manosphere, right? A lot of them are very good people and they have very fair points and they just really want men and women to work together. But that being aside, they try to paint everything as the most extreme possible. If you're new to this, if you haven't seen this, maybe the Johnny Depp trial is the first time where you've seen this happen. And so I'm just letting you guys know, this is something that in a lot of topics, they'll try to paint you as an extremist. So for example, a Russian bot, a Russian troll, a paid shill, somebody who's far right, who's a Yahtzee, right? Who's a, the worst thing possible, a white nationalist. This is what they'll paint you as. So by the way, my audience really lately, especially for these videos, is majority female. Majority of you ladies out there are ladies. And how do you feel about being called men's rights activists and misogynists? How do you feel about that? And let me know. I'm actually going to go to the chat here. How do you guys feel about that? Ladies out there, I want to hear in the chat how you feel about that, because it's really crazy. It's really crazy, because to me, the majority of people I get messages on this topic are women. Actually, women, I think, are more incensed by this than men, frankly. I mean, just in terms of the volume. I mean, looking at all of our chats, looking at this on Legal Bites and her followers, and even Rakeda, Emily D. Baker, everyone's coming at. I think women are getting mad about this more than men even. But yet everybody is a far-right Yahtzee. And in fact, so many of you have even said, like, hey, I'm a lefty guy. Like, I'm on the left. Like, I'm left. And I see on Twitter so many people following me and joining me and retweeting. And these are people clearly on the left. And that's fine. That's okay. I am in support of the truth. And we may not agree on everything. We may fundamentally disagree on a lot of things. But as long as you care about the truth, you have a place in this channel. And you have a place here. Right? Now, I'm gonna be totally uncapped and tell it the way it is. And I'm going to piss you off. I guarantee if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen me, I'm going to piss you off. But just understand, the ultimate goal here is to come up with the truth. We can disagree, but having respectful disagreements is all about how lawyers should work. I am now a bot. Awesome. I want to be a Gundam or a Transformer. I am not a man, yo. Yep. Let's see. Bot. Sex bots for Johnny. Yeah, crazy. Even Beauty Bear. What the fuck is a manosphere? Exactly. The whole point is that most people don't even know what the hell that is, right? And just to explain, there's a small group of men's improvement, right? People give men and dating advice, general advice that's generally labeled as the manosphere. It's labeled as far right. It's a whole separate stream, right? But essentially, anytime you give advice to men, they try to demonize that. That's well known. The mainstream media has done this. Vox and the Vogue are no strangers to being against any advice for men, any advice targeted at men. It's really horrible. The table photo was staged. The credit card is face down, proving it was set up. I also, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw somebody actually zoom in on the credit card and actually see that it was probably Amber's. I think it was blurry, but I think that the statistics or whatever, the information on it leads us to believe that it's more likely Amber's than Johnny's. But yeah, the other thing too is, why is Amber sitting across? Why is Amber sitting across from this? And who was the other person sitting there? Maybe the other person sitting there was Whitney. And maybe those lines were for Whitney. Who knows? Hi, Mindset. What's up with the new alleged testimony coming from Jennifer Howell? And what's happened on the staircase? Heard about? Yeah. So if Jennifer Howell is going to testify, that deposition of Jennifer is going to be interesting, because not everything she said will get in. Some of it is hearsay, but some of it she can't get in, and it's going to go against Amber and Whitney's story. It's going to go into the story. LL says, pisses me off. Don't care because it's shit. Pissed. I am Optimus Prime. Don't care. Crazy. I'm appalled and furious. I am black and a woman, and I believe JD. Exactly. But here's the thing, Tara. They're going to call you a white nationalist, a male white nationalist, right? So it doesn't matter who you are. They're putting you in this box. They're saying everybody who supports JD is a dude. It's ridiculous. And like, you guys know the truth and we know the truth. At the end of the day, we're never going to be able to convince Vox that, yeah, these people are real. And there's real people out there of all genders, races, backgrounds, countries that support JD. We're just not going to be able to do it. All we can do is spread the truth and the facts, because I see you guys out there. I talk to you guys. I know you're from everywhere. And the media lying about it, We're not going to change them. We're just going to tell the truth. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to grow because more and more people want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear bullshit. And what you guys can do is share this with people you know that want just facts. You can say, hey, I just want facts on this case. I don't want bullshit. I don't want some other stuff. Like, I just want facts on this case. That's what LawTube is here for. When we have big cases, we're here to bring facts and bring real legal analysis, real unchecked legal analysis. We're giving our unfiltered opinion. We don't have corporate sponsors. I don't have corporate sponsors. You guys are my sponsors. And honestly, I'm going to say what I was saying, what I was going to say when I had 1,000 followers. Now that I have 50,000, I'm saying the same thing. I'm just able to do it louder and prouder and bring more stuff to this channel, do more clips for you guys, do more streams. The more I grow on YouTube, the more I'm able to bring back, the more value I'm able to deliver. That's part of this. Starkey says, around certain issues, I discovered new and interesting things about myself. JD versus Amber Heard, extremist. Gamergate, internalized misogynist. Apparently my left-wing ass is alt-right. Happy to be called an MRA. Yeah, Starkey, I know you were there before. You literally said, hey, I'm a lefty, right? And I'm like, that's cool, right? That's fine, right? We can have a political disagreement about that. But you're agreeing on Gamergate and agreeing on Johnny Depp. That doesn't make you a misogynist or extremist. That makes you a person who cares about the truth and who wants to listen to the trial here and come up with your own decision. Did you see Elaine's half smile when hashtag the guy said he had a big fan of justice after hashtag justice for JD was asked? I probably misinterpreted smile. Elaine's kind of weird. I wouldn't read too much into Elaine. I wouldn't read too much Elaine saying, I'm a woman. This is bullshit. Yep. It makes me proud. It makes me into a staunch honey badger. Honey badgers are by the way, guys, if you don't know, honey badgers are the women that are in support of men's rights. And I think men's rights is a misnomer. It really should have been called just like bringing awareness to these issues, because whatever the single issue is, for example, domestic violence, right? We need awareness for domestic violence, that men suffer from it. And in many times, by the way, there are no shelters for men. I would love to see Johnny win and donate his money to build shelters for men suffering from domestic violence. I would love that. That would be amazing. That would be a great way to do this, is if he takes even part of the money and donates it to men's domestic violence. That would be amazing. Because in some countries, for example, in the UK, for the longest time, there was only one shelter in the entire country, in all of the UK, that would take men. Many shelters are women only. And I get, okay, yes, many of the women are fleeing domestic abuse, so you don't want a man in there who might, come and do something. Where they're having issues now in the California prisons where people can just declare their gender and they can switch over. And now there's a lot of sexual assault. There's actually pregnancies in the California prisons because people are just allowed to declare their gender and switch over. I get it. Okay, I get it. You want to say, okay, these are women only, but there also need to be men only facilities then, right? There need to be facilities for men. Malcolm X warned us about the media. His quote, yes, very true. Ray Marshall said, it's almost like the media thinks men should be okay with the psychology, leaving shit in our beds, removing our limbs, etc. Who knew? Yeah. I mean, we're trying to bring this information out there, and we're trying to get it out there that that's what they want you to think. They want you to think that, and they want you to be uninformed. Angie says, I'm independent, was a victim of VD, and her testimony didn't add up with the evidence. My bruises didn't go away in 24 hours, took weeks, and is shameful. Yeah. Like I said, Rihanna, 3 weeks. Rihanna canceled her engagements for 3 weeks. And Amber Heard is doing everything. She's dancing the next day. Get out of here. Check Twitter for DMs for relevant pick and cover story. Okay, Mark, I'll do it, but I'm running through everything right now. I got a lot of Twitter DMs. I actually got like a bunch, but I got you right here, bro. I got you. Okay, I got your image, Mark. Thank you. So let me show what Mark sent me. Mark sent me this little golden book. I don't agree with. Everyone I don't agree with is a Russian bot. A children's guide to media and government excuses for political failings. Rainbow. Yes. This is good. Thank you so much. Everybody, you're all Russian bots now. Welcome to the Russian bot club, guys. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, guys. Just trying to catch up. Okie dokie says maybe we should sue the media outlets for abusing our intelligence. The unfortunate thing is, here's the thing: Veritas is suing the New York Times, and one of the things here is that they're saying what they say is actually just opinion. It's just opinion. That they're not facts but opinion. I think it's a horrible excuse, but that's what they're bringing up. That's what they're bringing up as a defense. And it's abominable, but it's what they're bringing up. Tracy says, I'm a mother to a teenage son. This case is so important and terrifying. Hashtag justice for Johnny Depp. That's the thing I always say. If you're a mother, a brother, if you have a dad, right? Just a dad, think about that person in the same scenario. It's scary. It's really scary. Believe all women is like saying women never lie. I mean, that defies the equality concept. Exactly. This is exactly the point. Thank you so much. The point is that equality means we both can lie. You can lie just as well as I can lie. I mean, are you trying to say men can lie better than women? Isn't that kind of sexist? To presume that men can lie better than women? By the way, if anything, I think women are better at it. Men kind of suck at lying. But I mean, it's neither here nor there. I think it's more that women are better at detecting lies. That's actually been proven. But an IMO, it's insulting. I can't form my own equal judgment and will just rely on that one phrase alone. Exactly. They're just relying on believe all women instead of saying believe your judgment, believe the facts, believe the truth. Thank you for all you do. No, my pleasure, man. I'm happy to do this. My brother was domestic violence, I guess, a victim. My mother used their newborn as a shield, so he couldn't do anything. Witnessed it myself. Oh, man. That's horrible. I'm so sorry about that. Bad vibes. Me poo is a destruction of culture and escapism. Nick, Tug, Flash have spearheaded the fight back. This has to stop. Yes. And by the way, bad vibes, I think I saw you donate on Ricada, but I am a big fan of escapism. I love to read. I actually used to, I'm kind of a big nerd too. I used to be a panelist at Dragon Con. I would speak there all the time. I believe that fiction should be fiction, and it should be a way for us to escape and remove ourselves from the reality. I think it's so important, and I think it's something we're lacking, is the ability to remove ourselves from that. We feel the need to inject politics and reality into our fiction, and I think we shouldn't do that. We should keep it distant so you can imagine yourself in another world without having to imagine current day politics. So Me Poo is definitely out there. As a independent woman, I can look at the facts, see the truth, and make my own judgment. I refuse to be controlled by people pushing lies for the self-centered agenda. Thank you. And you should refuse. You should refuse that 100%. Like, they cannot control you. Blue says, it's all started with abused children. Parents who shouldn't have kids and crazy narcs who should be made to get help. Yes, they should. Maybe we should sue the media outlets for abusing. Yes, I got that one too. Hannah says, gender isn't even the point of the case. It's defamatory claims between two people, and it happens that one of them was abused by a woman. I'm apparently a misogynist and far right. Remember, Hannah, it's these articles. I'm going to get back on this Vox article in a second here, but it's the articles that are making this into a political issue. It's not me. It's not us. It's the articles. They're doing it. We aren't doing it. But you know what? If they come at me, if they're coming at LawTube, here's the thing. LawTube, as I say, mama didn't raise no bitch, right? You fight me, I'm going to fight back, right? That's my stance. You guys can have it. The other LawTubers, I don't speak for them. But for me, you come at me, I'm going to fight back. And the way I fight back is by speaking the truth online and by doing a deep dive on this. Mid-Michigan Aviation says, good morning from Michigan. Do you think the judge will be compelled to dismiss counterclaim based on lack of evidence or punt it to the jury? I think that regardless of whether they punt it to the jury or whether they dismiss it, and by the way, the judge can still dismiss it. That is very possible. The defense has not rested their case yet. They haven't punted it back to Johnny. So it's very possible the judge can still dismiss the counterclaim before the jury goes out to deliberate. Very possible. I said in my video the other day, and I stand by it, Amber has lost her counterclaim. She has presented goose egg evidence that there's any proof of the counterclaim. Amber has lost the counterclaim. I stand by that. Somebody says, oh, the title's clickbait. Nope. I stand by it. She's lost. I can look at the facts as a lawyer and said they have not met the threshold. Literally, if the jury, even if it went to the jury and the jury said it was a counterclaim, on appeal it'd be thrown out. There's no facts to support it. The only witness they have to potentially call, which they may, is Johnny Depp. They may literally call Johnny Depp to the stand, which is freaking insane if they do that. It is suicide if they do that. But the counterclaim to me is dead. Eve Barlow's Rotten Crotch says, I'm sure the lawyer could read the deposition and letter to Whitney back to Miss Howell, sentence by sentence, saying, did I read that right? went on the stand to bypass the objections. Correct? Yes, you could get in inconsistent statements, right? So you can get statements that are inconsistent into evidence. That could work. Bloop says, is Zoidberg also a Russian bot? Yes, of course. He's got tentacles. He's clearly a Russian bot. They are the tentacliest of the tentacle. Beauty in the brain, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. Welcome. You have access to the soju emoji, the toilet emoji. If you guys don't know, let me give you a little bit of lore, legal mindset lore. On this channel, I used to stream. I'm in Korea, right? Korea has very small apartments. They also look very similar, most of them. I used to stream when I was in a city called Daegu, which is further to the south. I used to stream from a very small apartment, and I had a one single window behind me. That was the only thing. No decorations, no whiteboard, no CCTV or no minors, all that stuff, authorized personnel, none of this stuff, right? None of this was there. I literally had just a window behind me. And there was a joke that Legal Bytes' husband made. So Legal Bytes, Mr. Bytes, right? He made a joke behind the scenes that I was on the toilet. And then Legal Bytes made that happen. She like made it a thing. She like made fetch happen, if you guys know Mean Girls, right? So I became the bathroom lawyer, right? People joke about that, and they still joke about it to this day. Now I'm more like the refrigerator lawyer, because this is actually a fridge. I don't have much in it because I've literally eaten everything. I haven't even had time to go out for food, guys. That's how crazy I've been. But you have access to the toilet emoji, Cat Girl, Vampire Girl, Adam, which is my personality with the hoodie, and Andrew. So welcome to the membership. Martina says, since when abusers allow safe words? Yes, that's really weird. That would be really weird. That couch was a safe word. That part was just weird. Also, couch being a safe word, I don't believe that. I really don't. Law Talk says, oh, Law Talk, man. Good to see you, brother. Really good to see you. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Like a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And it's good to hit 50K. Shout out to Law Talk with Mike. He also just hit 50K. Good to see that as well. Good to see everybody growing. Well, he's got a great channel. So guys, if you haven't followed Law Talk with Mike, go over there, follow that guy. He's a great guy. Mike, today I'm not having people on. I'm just trying to run through things. But another day for sure, I will send you the link if you're up in the morning, and please do come on. I would love to have a convo with you during this like early morning time slot. Bell says, I believe women are the only ones who can change this cancel culture rubbish. Men have been scared into silence for years. This case is a good start to change. It takes time. I am hopeful. Yes, I'm hopeful too. I think things will change. My Jedi Power says, is there an agenda to start destroying men with accusations of DV? Manson mentioned it a lot in the Depp trial. Now he has a DV case as well. Yes, they want to take down powerful men with these accusations. They think this is the way to take down powerful men. Now, look, if you've committed DV, you deserve to be punished, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman. By the way, this is Makoli, guys. You have to kind of like swirl it because it's got like residue at the bottom. So I like, if you see me making a swirling motion with my hands, it's because I'm trying to like mix this appropriately. We drink a lot on the stream, which is really good. But I think that the strategy, look, there are people out there like the Harvey Weinsteins. Look, Bill Cosby did something wrong, right? But there are Harvey Weinsteins who deserve to go to jail. There's Epsteins who deserve to go to jail. But we've seen there's Epsteins and there's also Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell also deserved to go to jail. She didn't get a pass because she's a woman. She deserved to go to jail as well. She committed crime. She groomed young women into having sex with Jeffrey Epstein. Gender has nothing to do with it. Everybody is capable of these crimes. And what we need to see is a counter to saying, hey, we're going to destroy men, to everybody who does something wrong should be subject to investigation, should be subject to looking into the facts. Maybe not judging, but looking into the facts. Bad Vibe says, I've been following Nick, Tug, etc. since Vic Mignogna, a victim of Me Poo, who's still being trusted. Yeah, Vic Mignogna is great. I mean, when I grew up, I watched a lot of anime. So I know Vic, and Vic was a great, like he did a lot of work for the English dubs, because frankly, English dubbed anime usually sucks, but Vic was a great asset to English anime, and I would watch all the Vic stuff. Like anything Vic was in, I would watch because it was good dubs. But it's horrible what happened to him. And he did nothing. He did nothing wrong. If you've ever been to a convention or any sort of like fan event, people are always friendly. You're putting your arm around people, you're hugging, you're a lot of people, when I see them, they're giving me kisses on the cheek. I'm from Miami. We do that all the time. We kiss on the cheek, If you're from France or anywhere else, Spanish country, you might kiss on the cheek, very common. But now that's sexual harassment, right? And what happened to Vic was real bad. A separate case, but that is real bad, real bad. Michelle Mish. Elaine keeps saying, objection, it's not for the truth of the matter. How is testimony not for the truth of the matter? Can you explain? Yes. So an exception to hearsay is if something is not to prove the truth of the matter asserted. So what that means is essentially, and I'm really oversimplifying this, like grossly. So there can be things that you see, you hear, you feel, or you touch. That's like a present sense impression. So if I look up at the sky and I say, oh my God, it's red, that's my eyes are seeing that. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just saying, okay, that's what I see, right? If I touch something and it's wet and I say it's wet, that's just because it's wet. If I feel hot, I'm like, oh my God, it's hot. If I hear something and it's loud, I'm like, oh, it's loud. It's not because I'm trying to convince somebody that statement is true. I'm just giving an impression. And you're allowed to talk about your impression. So like you're saying, I walked in the room, it felt cold, right? So if you said, I walked in the room, I felt cold. I heard somebody say, it's really cold in here. It's like, okay, well, it's the impression, right? Or you said it, right? Like I said, it's cold. It's cold, right? So there's exceptions to it. Also statements of a party opponent. So if somebody else said it, so if Johnny said it or Amber said it, it's an exception to hearsay. That's an exception. It can still come in. Guys, that is like way oversimplifying it. I'm not have time to do a full hearsay episode. That's a whole episode about the exceptions. That's the quickest I can do it. I hope that helped a little bit though. So, but hearsay is something that is stated for the truth of the matter asserted. So when Elaine says it's not for the truth of the matter, that's what she's trying to get around. Of course, she's full of shit and she doesn't know what she's talking about in terms of what is and is not for the truth of the matter asserted. She literally doesn't know. Like, I don't believe she knows. Litho says, all you damn kids. I've corrupted my kids because I was such an anime nerd. I even took two of my daughters to anime cons in Dallas. Oh, that's crazy. So I've been to Colossal Con. I went to Dragon Con a lot because I like to party and drink, and that's like the biggest party con. But I liked a lot of old animes, Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Full Metal Alchemist. Those are all really good ones. I grew up with Outlaw Star. I grew up with those. Like really old classic animes, Akira, Gundam, the original, the OG. So I grew up with that stuff. So to me, that's like cartoons. Like I grew up with DBZ. Thank you, My Jedi Power. I have access to all the emojis. So welcome to my membership. Saran says, if I'm simping for men as hot as you, I don't mind what they call me. Saran, thank you so much. Saran's a longtime listener. So, hey, Saran, I appreciate that. And I hope your kid is doing well, too. Minsky says, it is a defamation case. But the point is some lied and lost their reputation. Now people now people fighting for justice, and their point is believe all women. I think that says a lot about gender bias. Just be blind to the truth and disregard facts. Exactly. You can't just be blind to the truth and disregard the facts. You have to pay attention to the facts. The facts are important. That's what we stand for here. Meshikari Russ says, I believe femmes are to blame for some of this mentality. They are trying to get revenge for 1,000 years of oppression by posting innocent. Well, here's the problem, is that it goes too far, is that things go too far. There's a point at which we can say, okay, voting, that's awesome. But literally oppressing men to get back for years of stuff that happened in the past, that's not good. That's not going to end well for anybody, right? Trying to oppress somebody as revenge is not good. That's why frankly, my take is the systemic language in Darth. If I missed your super chat, I'll grab it here in a second because I have them all pulled up. So I'll get yours, Darth Vader. I see you here in the chat. So I'll get you. I'll pull yours up. Thank you. But yeah, it's something they need to not have a revenge mentality. All right. Let me show a little bit more of this Vox article. So right here, trial memes. So this is literally what they're mad about, guys. They are mad about memes have almost universally weighted against Heard. And they've taken over every corner of the internet, from TikTok to Twitch to Etsy. Even Saturday Night Live has lampooned what has been portrayed. Okay, first of all, Saturday Night Live sucked. If you guys saw the SNL, it was horrible. It was bad. Have lampooned what has been portrayed as many excuses and absurdities of the trial testimony and social media users. So they're literally even mad about what SNL said because it's not simping for Amber. Social media users have similarly found the trial ripe for parody. On TikTok, for example, totally unrelated accounts seem to have given themselves over to full-time Depp Heard trial mockery, to the point where the actual substance of the testimony seems completely irrelevant besides the need to mine the proceeds for entertainment. Sure, Amber Heard cried on the stand. Did you see how ridiculous she looked while doing it? To put it mildly, she actually wasn't really crying. See, here's the thing. They're just assuming it's authentic crying, right? So they're saying, oh, we should believe all crying. Hashtag believe fake crying. No, get out of here. To put it mildly, the surreal explosion of internet culture and vilification of Heard feels dispiriting and troubling. What made so many people feel justified in treating such a personal, toxic relationship like popcorn fodder? At what point before the bot armies and MRAs poison the well? Once again, this is a separate article, but you're all MRAs, guys. You guys are all MRAs. Poison the well, of course, around this trial. I think they meant of discourse. Oh, yeah, of discourse. There could be a reasonable assessment of evidence and facts made. Well, that's what we're asking for. And any reasonable assessment of the evidence and facts leads you to believe that Amber Heard is full of shit. But recall the white supremacist alt-right movement. So all of you in the chat, you are all, according to Vox, you are white supremacist alt-right. How is this a white supremacist thing? Tell me how this has anything to do with white supremacy. This is insane. So because alt-right people meme stuff, you're alt-right. That's literally what they're saying here. Literally. So they're saying, oh, it's a fact that she split her lip, punched her own face, and pulled out clumps of her own hair. Well, yeah, she could have definitely done all of these things. She did. Also, there's no evidence her face was punched at all. They're literally taking as a fact that her face was punched. We haven't seen any evidence that she's done that. And the hair definitely looks cut. We're examining the evidence. And yeah. It's not good for Heard. Let's read this last one here. People who have spent the last decade hashtagging #BelieveAllWomen, fighting online harassment cases, and especially resisting white male supremacy. Once again, why is this about white supremacy? But let's continue. There's not, literally both parties are white. How is this about white supremacy? This blows my mind. But anyways, sorry, I get worked up, guys. Welcome to my channel. This pisses me off. Have over the course of the trial crawled into bed with the vilest kinds of internet refuse, at least 11% who don't exist, possibly because they all really like Captain Jack Sparrow. Literally, you guys are all white supremacists. All of you are white supremacists. That's it. It's over, guys. You're over. You're all white. Even those of you who say you're black in the chat. That's it. It's over. Can Russell Wong's picture of JD be used as evidence? I don't know whether that's been internet evidence. I haven't seen that one, so I don't know. Rugen says, I'm Latina, and I believe Amber Heard has shown the evidence. I do not believe. Yep. Johnny is less white than Amber. That's true. That's actually true. They were missing the white supremacy on their bingo card for this article. Thanks, Apple Pie. Appreciate that. Appreciate the anime avatar, too. Bad Vibe says, how would you suggest JD's lawyers demonstrate fake bruise makeup effectively? Honestly, if there was a makeup artist, that'd be great. But I think they should have asked Amber about it. They should have asked Amber more about the palettes and which one she used specifically and what she used specifically. They're mad at memes. Make a meme review now. No. Yeah, guys, every single stream, I promise you guys this on my channel. Every single stream will have memes. If they want to come for the memes, I'm a veteran of the meme wars. We will drench them in memes. And in this channel, we love the memes. I'm not going to be shamed out of the memes at all. That's not going to happen. You're not going to meme shame me. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. That's never going to happen. Not Legal Mindset, not this channel. Never going to happen. All right. Danny says, so I'm an extremist white supremacy bot. Had no idea. So ridiculous. Exactly. Now you know. Better to know. Max Mira says, awesome. Me so happy. Me so white. Banzai. Okay, guys. Max is my friend in Tokyo. He's Japanese. So, like, literally, he's white now. Of course, the whole are Asians white question is a separate thing. We're not getting into that on this stream. That's a debate. That's like a debate. Because it's like in some cases they are, in some cases they aren't. It's very confusing. Boop. Welcome to be a member. Thank you for your membership. Appreciate that. Really helps my channel. Guys, I'm going to read some of the super chats that I missed. So I missed some super chats, and I want to just say to you guys, I will promise you guys, if I ever miss something, I will come back and get it. Like, I'm not going to miss something and just let it fly by. And if I miss it in one stream, remind me on Twitter, and I will get it another time. So I have a log. I keep a log. I actually have like a Google Doc that has all of them. So I want to get all of them. So I actually start with Johnny Arbor here, who called me out for missing a super chat. So all the yellow ones are ones I missed. So he had one the other day which says, you guys got to see the big picture. This collaboration of lawyers is threatening the power of the Me Too grifters, plain and simple. They know Amber Heard is corrupt and they're shining a light. We're shining a light on the grift. Yes. And the thing is, people want the truth, and they see that a bunch of lawyers online are literally willing to tell the truth because we don't have corporate sponsors. We don't have the ACLU telling us we need to say what we need to say. We're going to say whatever the fuck we want to say. Oh my God, I cursed. Oh my God. Well, guess what? I can do that because I don't care if I lose my sponsorship from fucking Downey. I'm going to say what I want to say. Johnny Arbor was like, I just highlighted this because he thought I missed my last super chat, but see there, I got it. So there's your super chat, Johnny Arbor. Let's see. I had some more highlighted, I think up here. There we go. SoCal Chris, because SoCal Chris said I missed two of his. This was from yesterday. All these from yesterday. Odd question, but as someone that breeds boa constrictors, I'm curious how snakes are seen in Korea as being kept as pests. Random, I know. Actually, so I actually have not seen anybody in Korea with a snake. I've seen people, so Asians especially, they have small cats and dogs because Asian apartments are small, particularly in Korea. They're very small apartments. So people don't have big dogs or anything. And a snake, especially if it's big, like a boa constrictor, I don't think they're going to have it. I did go out with one girl who had hamsters. They were actually kind of cute, but she said she hated them because they were like kind of weird, but whatever. She had hamsters, right? I'll let you be your own judge on people's choice of pets. That's a separate episode. Blue-eyed rooftop Korean, the based, says in civil trials, can a negative interest be made during close? Like Amber Heard's lack of in-person witnesses. Did I hear Tug said it was mentioned in the trial? It could be. You can make you have a lot of leeway on closing, so you could do that. You could do that. Who are the most likely people to be brought back for rebuttal? Eve Barlow blocked the Twitter account of this name within 24 hours of creating. Nice. I think you've got definitely Howell, Dr. Mommy, i.e. Dr. Curry. I think someone sold me on Isaac Baruch because he's so believable. I think he's a great witness. SoCal Chris says, you've grown on me, bud. Either benign or otherwise, you're there, and appreciate everything you do in all your takes. Thank you so much, SoCal Chris. I really appreciate that, and appreciate all you over here on this channel. Sometimes I may offend you, but I hope you come around to it. My contribution against the turds of the world from Susie. Hi from Italy. And I'm eventually says, good to hear you and LawTube represent the interest of people rejecting the obvious interest and narrative of the access in big mainstream media. Yes, we are. When I was in Korea, there was a spot for $10 I can drink beer. We always went there. Guys, I mean, Korea has good cost of living. Right now, $10 gets you a lot. Like this makgeolli I'm drinking, about 5,000 won. Actually, no, sorry, 3,000 won. So it's actually about like 250. This is like a lot. This is like a good amount, and it's for 250. So like the cost of living here is really awesome. So I really love that. Drinking age is 18 in Australia. That's good. Nathan Hewitt says, we all know TikTok is a jerk farm for CCP weirdos. All right. Michael Turn just gave us super chat. I forgot to mention that. Misogyny Club. Where's my cigar and whiskey? Thank you for that. $15 super chat there. Super weird how she's always adjusted jury. Yes, it is fucking weird. Johnny Arbor had another one that said JD still loves Whitney. You can see it when he looks at her shared experiences. I think he made his team back off. This is from actually the other day. So there you go, guys. That's all of the super chats from the other day. We're all caught up on the other day, guys. So that's everything back there. I'm going to try to get a new system to make it a little bit more efficient, but you guys really make them pass by quick. Minsky says, now I need a mega pint. Yes. Hopefully you all have some mega pints tonight. So appreciate that new membership. Ian Max says, let JD punch Amber Heard twice with rings on. If she can turn up to court 24 hours later, like she did for the James Corden doe, then pay her. If not, I agree. Rogue says, incredibly sexist probably, but I want women to be protected. I think most men believe the same thing. Women, please don't take advantage. Well, here's the thing. And this is my belief and my take. If you want men to have accountability, to have like responsibility to protect women, then you need to give them some level of authority, right? Then they need to have some level of not getting in trouble for doing certain things. So if I know that if I see a man and a woman in a fight, like let's say the man's abusing the woman, that if I step in, I can get in trouble. Well, that's not gonna something I'm gonna want to do, right? Or if I see a woman in a troublesome position, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get me too, there's gonna be a sexual harassment case, there's gonna be something happening, there's gonna be some sort of false claim. I'm kind of disincentivized from that. So we need to come to a balance. Can we just all trust each other? Can we just all assume that, okay, we're good people, but let's punish bad people. Let's not assume that everybody is sexist. Let's not assume that, because honestly, in the West, in the modern day and age, most people are not like that. Most people are good people. I really, truly believe that. Most people are good people. So let's not assume that everybody is a sexist, racist, misogynist, white supremacist. Let's just start there. Like in good faith. And then we can work our way from there. Dylan says, I decided to look at soy-infested Reddit. I saw lots of pro-Amber Turd posts on a sub, and what they were saying was truly delusional. Congrats on 50K. So someone actually suggested, so one's in the chat, if you would like to see me one day go on a pro-Amber Heard Reddit or a pro-Amber Heard thread and like just review it and just like go into it, I'll do that. But only if you guys want that. If you guys don't want that, I won't do it. But if you guys want that, I will do that. I will review all these delusional Amber Heard threads, because they're there and they're really, really, really delusional. Some of them. Ones. Oh man, a lot of ones in the chat. Okay. Shit. You guys are going crazy. Sir Mao says, Andrew, I just got back from Paris. Oh, ça va. Post-divorce, thinking Korean, maybe next year. Love to meet up. You make me look like a man. Like, yeah, I'm 2 meters. I'm 6'6". So it's fine, but it's fine though. It's fine, bro. Everybody here is short, so you're good. So yeah, if you're in Korea, I'll say this. If you're in Korea, come to Korea. If you come to Korea, say what's up. Hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. Tell me you're here in Korea. I look at all my message requests, and I will come meet out with you. Mark Sermon, who was here, he DM'd me. We met up. I'll get a drink with you, right? You know, I'm really busy. You see me streaming all the time, and I have another job too on top of this. So I'm really busy, but I will meet up with you. And if you're in a city that I'm in, if you're in Miami, hit me up. If you're in, I'm gonna actually be in Orlando, but I'm not gonna have a lot of time in Orlando. Or if you're in the Dallas area, I'm gonna be there for a little bit. I may have some time. Hit me up. Let me know. I'm happy to meet up with people. Grab a drink, grab a beer. Always glad to know. As long as you're not, a weird Amber Turd stan, I'm willing to chill with you. Like I like to go out. Like I like to meet people. I really love that, especially people that are on the same page. Solana Lit says, Adam, check the book. Damn. It's the manual to me poo. Also, check out Terrence Popp for some stats on the patriarchy. Yeah, Terrence Popp actually does a really good job, goes into a lot of different stuff. So I will check that out, actually. I will check that out. Okay, I think I found the Darth Vader one that I missed. So here you go. Darth, I'm sorry I missed that one earlier. Let me highlight it here for you. I'm highlighting it in the backstage, in the shadier part of the internet. But I know you said I missed your super chat. And like I said, I go back and I find all of them. And guys, if I ever miss your chat, message me on Twitter. Tell me, hey, yo, you missed my chat. And I'll catch it next time. I'll always catch it next time. I'm never going to forget it. I'm never going to leave you out. I'm never going to let your chat go unanswered. Like I'm always going to come back and answer the stuff. So Darth was right here. Darth Vader's right here. And he said, during my 10 years of marriage, my ex-wife tried to kill me 10 times. Once was over a half-eating bagel, right? I wouldn't eat it, and she tried to stab me with a steak knife. I understand what JD lived with. Jesus Christ, man. That is crazy. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. That is horrible, Darth. That is really horrible. Like, seriously, that's horrible. I think that was your only one. Did you have another one there? Let's see. No, not that one. Yeah, that was the only one right there. Okay, so that was it for the ones I missed right there. If anybody else has one I missed, let me know. But that's hard, man. Stabbed over a bagel. That's bad, man. That's real bad. Come to Korea and say what's up. The answer is legal mindset and buy at least 8 inches. Hey, my Jedi Power says JD is being recalled next week. That is insane. This is insane. This is insane. Sorry, I just saw Ian Fanny says the women in your chat are really hot. Simping strong, Ian. Simping strong. It's okay though. We allow simps in this chat. It's all right. It's all right. As long as it's playful simping, it's okay. So it's gonna be insane if he's coming back next week and Elaine is gonna be doing him. That'll be bad. By the way, wait, did you just Rickroll us? I didn't Rickroll you guys. Did I? No, I don't think I did. Did I show the wrong thing? I don't know. I didn't intentionally Rickroll you. Not intentionally. You have the best groom eyebrows in a male. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I don't get them groomed. I just like pluck them every once in a while, and I like try to prevent the unibrow from happening. You don't want that, but I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that, Susie. Once I believe all men happened. Once believe all women happened, false allegations became inevitable. Maybe there's a sliver of truth to the Amber Heard story, but none of the evidence supports it. Well, that's the whole point. None of the facts support it. And it's not, none of the facts are lining up to Amber Heard's story. All the other people and all the other facts line up to there's something wrong here. One of the stories isn't true. So there may be a sliver of truth, but sliver of truth isn't enough. Isn't enough in this case. And by the way, self-expansion is Gone Girl. I mentioned Gone Girl from the beginning with the bottle. The bottle is 100% on a Gone Girl. And I think the glass is out of like Die Hard. Like, I think she really believes that you can walk over glass and just like roll with it. Like that's insane. Literally insane. But I think next week we're going to see some crazy stuff going down. And guys, I am debating whether or not I stream the closings. So here's the problem. I'm actually going to America on Saturday. So in Korea, we're like ahead of you guys. We're in the future. So Asia's in the future, guys. We're futuristic. Oh, by the way, shout out to MGTOWN. Case is 100% Gone Girl. Yeah, facts. And Drex, I'm going to have you back on, brother. I love you. Maybe next week, or maybe later this week. We'll see. I'll send you some times. I'll text you, brother. I love you. The plot of Gone Girl is 100% ripped. But here's the problem. So I'm going to Korea. I'm going back from Korea to America. My flight leaves Saturday at 9 a.m. I'm getting a hotel in Incheon, which is right near the airport here. I live in Seoul, but Incheon's about like 2 hours away. But I'm literally getting a hotel so I can just stream the night before, rather the evening before, like before the closings. I normally haven't been streaming, but I was thinking of streaming a little bit, or at least doing a little bit of it. But I'm not sure, and so many other people are doing it. And also I need to get a good night's sleep before that flight. But I may stream a little bit of it. I'm debating. We'll see. I probably won't be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do a 24-hour verdict watch like Ricada. So I'll definitely toss to Ricada for that. I'll definitely dump into Ricada for that. But it may be interesting. It'll be very interesting because I'm very interested with the closing. So the closings, guys, if you didn't know about the closings, so our girl Chanley, we may be ribbing her for a little bit, in a playful way, for a little mistake over what went down over the instructions, but she got it right regarding the closing. Max Miro says it's worse. Bottle grape stolen from EK James. Oh, I never heard of that one, Max. All right. So you got our girl here. By the way, you see her in court here with the sexy green dress and the glasses. A very, very good look. She actually cut her hair. It looks really good. But she talks about the closing. Let's see where she mentions it. Is it here? She mentions a jury, 6 men, 3 women, 4 Asian, 2 white. So there's like a heavy Asian bias, like 5 Asians out of 8. It's a lot of Asians. She also mentions somewhere, let me see where these facts are. Here's an update. Is there any other updates here? It's not here. She mentions it somewhere. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I can't find where she mentions it right now, but our girl, she has it got somewhere here, guys. Sorry, I can't find it, but she mentions that the person who's doing the closing is Elaine. That's right, Elaine is doing the closing. Elaine is doing the closing. It's almost like they're trying to bomb by putting Elaine on the closing. I mean, seriously, that is going to be a dumpster fire, and I kind of want to watch it burn. I kind of like to watch the dumpster fire burn because that is going to be gloriously bad. So I actually did like how not to do I did one like how not to do an opening video. I'm going to definitely do a how not to do a closing by Elaine. It's going to be horribly bad. And then the after party will be when I get to America. That'll definitely be the after party. If we have a verdict, that will definitely come on in America, 100% immediately. But Elaine should be great entertainment. Guys, get some drinks out. For that. All right, guys. Patriarchy Society, jury, help JD, respectively. I think that the Asians are not going to be biased. I don't think that someone's biased because they're Asian. I just think that it's interesting. It's just an interesting makeup. It's like there's not many areas where Asians are a majority. So it's very interesting that that's a majority Asian jury. It's just interesting. To me. Yeah, guys, by the way, there's 535 of you. Make sure you are subscribed, okay? If you need to sub and unsub, do it. Like just click the bell again and make sure you're clicking the bell, the notification bell. Because a lot of times YouTube, they unsub people if you don't view the videos enough or whatever. They have weird reasons. Or someone will just randomly unsub you. So make sure you are subbed. Make sure you ding the bell. Make sure you like the video. That's how it helps in the algorithm and helps us get this information out there. It helps us bring the truth to everybody by you smashing that like button. Leave a comment too. I respond to a lot of comments. So make sure you do that. What if any dumpster fire Elaine does a closing? Jesus Christ. I can imagine she's just going to misstate facts left and right. But remember, at closing, she is going to have a lot more leeway to do some bullshit. So what'll be good and what I want to do is do a drinking stream where we're just like take a shot every time Elaine lies. We're going to be drunk. Tater Monkey says, as a DV survivor, whose story is not the worst of some woman, but Amber has never been jack slapped and it shows. Aloha from Maui. Love this community. Yeah, aloha. How's it going, Tater? Yeah, she's never been hit in her life. I can tell. She's a woman who's never been hit in her life. Not like the way she says she was hit. By the way, this is not a super chat, but Rookin made me laugh. LM is the guy next to the fire holding the gasoline. Yeah, I'm the person who's watching it burn. There's a word in German called Schadenfreude. That very much aligns with my sense of humor. Oh my God, what if any choice do we have in this? You have none. You have no choice. You have no choice but to accept it. It's a reality. Amber Heard team is being sanctioned for leaking info, read jury instructions to Court TV. What does it mean? Is this true? I haven't heard that. My Jedi Power, I'm going to research that. I haven't heard that. So I'll reach, actually, I'm going to reach out to Chanley after this. I'm just going to be like, much love, girl, covered this. Love you, girl. XOXO. Like I said, we've talked, like we've DM'd, like, I'm going to send her this episode and be like, hey, I covered it. I talked about you, just full disclosure. Like, I was like I said, she seems like a very nice, sweet girl. All reports say she's a nice person. I think that the way that was put out there may not be the most accurate, but hey, like I said, people make mistakes. Now that I'm white, can I ID check as Caucasian? Max. That being said, and Beauty and the Brain, make sure you message me if you want to get somebody on. Make sure you message me on Twitter. That being said, guys, send me memes to Twitter. My Twitter is at The Legal Mindset, right? So at The Legal Mindset, I'll show you my Twitter right now. I'll share screen with you right now. If you have anything to send me, send it there. I get a lot of information, but I do read everything. It is The Legal Mindset. Some weirdo during the Rittenhouse trial took Legal Mindset. They're weirdos. I'm The Legal Mindset, so make sure you're tweeting the right person. Follow me here. Send me messages here. Look, I already got 2 waiting for me. I got 14 damn notifications. This thing's going to stack up in 2 seconds. If you want to follow my Instagram, that is Esquire International, you can follow me there, and you can also send me messages there. Mila says, I'm going to bed. I'm going out. I'm going to have a drink, guys. It is 8 p.m. in Seoul. I really have been looking forward to this. I haven't been able to go out here for a long time, so I'm going to go out. I'm taking a break. I'm going to be on Flashcast tomorrow for those that follow that. Flashcast. So I'm going to be on Flashcast tomorrow. That should be a hell of a time, a great time. Actually, in about 15 hours from now, I'll be on Flashcast. So yeah, do you think the rumor about JD and his lawyer dating is a bad look? They're not dating. They're not dating. That's an ethical violation. I think it's just stands who like their relationship, which is fine, right? Hello from North Carolina. North Carolina, raise up. Shirt off, spin around your head like a helicopter. $1. Thank you so much. But yeah, okay, guys, have fun. Stay breaded. I hope you have a great time out. I will do. And take care. I will catch you all next time. Peace, guys. See ya.